So perhaps we should send him back with a message of some sort. Maybe that's a good way to kind of, transition him back to the city, right?
You send him back to Eurus's lair across the mountain.
Yeah. Maybe a message of some sort.
Lotar waits for you there for your return. If you're able to leave, basically that's kind of what I was thinking that you guys were going to do. But as normal players, you guys don't always do what is expected, and that's okay. Did we decide to rename the group, by the way? I saw people putting names out in the chat. Are we renaming the group? I'd like to call us just like the headless ones, because everybody has their camera like this.
You talking about?
I feel attacked now. Hey
guys!
I got my shoulders in there.
Only two. Why the hell are you attacking him? I'm someone who's supposed to kill his ass. God damn.
Well, I'm doing that on purpose just to show the whole background, but it's alright.
I'm just fucking with you because Anto is doing it. What do you guys want to do? You guys want to rename your characters? Rename the party at all?
Well, for now, it doesn't seem like anybody's agreed on a name, right?
I don't have any preference on it.
You know what we could do? We could make a list of it, like how many we have, and then we roll the dice. Depending on the number, we pick that one.
We could just say exonauts or something like Argonauts, right? Exonauts.
I'm still pretty keen on Exodus murder hobos.
No.
I don't murder hobo.
I believe
you're a part of it.
I believe we're the adventurers of old, so we should put knots on top of exo, so exonauts, the soldiers of Exonaut.
And it'll work for later when we go into space.
That's right.
I think we've all put in our input on what we thought. No one's agreed with anybody, so...
The indecisives?
The indecisive.
Undecided.
Every time you guys get one of those like forms that you got to fill out like at the local lordship, you always put like undecided or something like that.
The others.
It's just a mash pit of different names. All like you can't even read it. It's just a big blob of black.
The black blob.
Black blob.
Every time like someone asks for your name, you just take a piece of paper and write a bunch of fucking scribbles.
Yeah, that's us.
Orion, what's the name of the party? Take some decisive action, King Orion.
I'm not a king. I've never been a king.
Regent King.
Oh, we got a saint over there. Let's let the saint decide. He's got the divine influence.
Yeah, that's the original member of the Dark Divide.
Yeah, and the original. There we go.
Give me the session. I'll have it at the end.
Okay, cool.
You said that like 2 sessions ago when I was here.
No,
it was 1 session.
No.
I said give me a week. If I get it by the end of the session, it's been a week.
Well, maybe we'll all die by the end of the session, so it won't mean a damn thing anyways, right?
Hoping. I'm hoping.
How existential.
Then the group name will be Reset.
The Resetters. Last game, we started off with meeting Urius in the throne room of Whitehaven, a castle within Stormbrook. And we have Nona Vigil now sitting on the throne. You guys have renamed it to the Kingdom of Stormfire. That is now the new kingdom name of the region around there, and the new Kingdom of Men has been formed and agreed upon. Urius says that there was a great battle near the Great Gaia Tree, and that the sword of the darkness pierced into his heart and chipped off. And he feels a great pain. And he's weakened by it. With the sword damaged, it can no longer be wielded by a god. And in this great battle, Sor and Exodin, you found out that Votun and Metal were destroyed and killed. So,
our gods are dead.
The gods are dead of old. At least they were thought to. And the sword that destroyed them was called... Yeah, maybe a wish could bring them back, Sor. But the sword of Blackrazor was once called White Razor, but it was twisted by the darkness. In the battle, once the sword fell and exploded and the forces of darkness retreated, the dragon, Urius, told one of the archmages there to take the sword and any other powerful artifacts to a dungeon and keep them there for safekeeping and to hide them.
So that future adventurers can have a cool dungeon to explore.
Exactly. So across the mountain, Urius keeps his lair close to where the other piece of where the whole part of Blackrazor is. But as it's broken, it cannot be wielded by a god anymore until it is reforged whole. He has summoned you, adventurers of the realm, to retrieve this piece of the sword for him. The volcano spews out hot magma over the whispering volcanoes as you guys go down a flight of stairs through a cave. You guys are sitting in about, except for Orion, who's floating above, in a little bit of water. And Chad Chuddington, I believe, is down here.
Yep.
Just a minor technical thing. Did I give aid at? Remember,
Yes.
I cast aid at 4th level to Anto, Hexadin, and I think Lortar actually originally, right? Or did I cast the Soar?
I think it was Sora.
Okay, just make sure you guys have that 15 hit points max. That plus the extra hit points.
There's
Also,
like this.
Sora's invisible right now.
Yep. You guys are down in this dank dungeon. There's a little bit of green slime on the walls. Do I need to re-invite you, Orion? To the board?
Please do.
I just tried to summon you, buddy.
One other
Probably
thing.
help if I actually join the campaign. Give me a second.
Last week we learned that the fingers are of the mouthless one god, that when they're all rejoined it will respawn.
Wait, say that again?
I don't know if you're familiar with any of the fingers. So there's some fingers of the darkness that I've always been referring to as.
Yeah, I remember some. I remember something about the fingers and that one of the previous players ran off with them.
Yeah, he's got 2, and I know that the Genie King Rizu has 1, so there's 3 known about, and they are belonging to the Mouthless One god, and if all 5 fingers are rejoined, it will respawn.
Beautiful. Okay,
Yeah.
good to know.
And the sword Blackrazor, I think, is in here, right? If I remember correctly.
Yeah, which was a corrupted white razor.
As I'm here.
Awesome note-taking accident.
I miss having Adeline doing it for me. She was very good at it.
You did speak to Arno
Okay,
through the
which
Talking
giant-
Stones. You reached out to
A
him,
giant Google Doc.
and he said that a minion gave it to him, connected to those interested in finding the fingers. For some reason, these people now are servants of Arno.
Yep.
You took the stone, chimed it at the Merchant Guild, where Rashad Halamid, you have a sending stone that can speak directly to the Queen Nona Vigil. She's kind of like, maybe I didn't give you the right impression of Nona Vigil. You guys were like the region in control, or like Orion was. You know, she just listens to you guys like with absolute authority. Like you guys are like a high advisor to her in a way. So you guys are kind of like policy setters. But she's the one like handling sort of the day-to-day stuff.
We're the ones pulling the strings.
So if I want it, I can ask her to kill all humans.
That'd be harder than that.
Here we go.
Good luck with that.
And I just need a few keywords for Protocol 3.
What do you got so far?
Blank, blank, exterminate, blank, humanoids, blank, praise, blank, blank.
Sorry, what was that?
All he's got right now is exterminate, humanoids, and praise.
Can we give Delian one of those happy brownies you were talking about, Axe?
Nah, she hasn't eaten her Brussels sprout or went to bed at 5. No treats for the child.
I'm in my very serious mood right now.
I could tell. We haven't heard one joke from Delian yet. You guys are splashing. You guys
airports will do that to you.
You've gone down 100 feet of stairs, right? You're at the very bottom, and there's about 1 foot of water. The water is warm. I believe Anto has a torch out of some kind.
Yeah.
And Anto, the torch is like flickering because of all the humidity in here.
But it does not go out, please.
It does not
Right.
go out.
All right.
It's 2 o'clock in the afternoon.
So are we establishing a sort of party order?
People with dark vision in the front, I believe.
Yeah, I'll go first.
Go
I'll
behind him.
follow behind.
I mean, I guess myself and Orion will be behind anyway, regardless.
I like the middle.
Yeah. The weakest one should be in the middle.
Minor metagaming. Who is anybody proficient in perception and/or acrobatics?
I'm very perceptive. Very perceptive.
I have acrobatics. I have
and
+8.
I don't have acrobatics, but I am very perceptive. I mean,
Maybe
I'm talking
second or
about-
third.
Yeah, I'm talking about a +13. I'm not talking about like a minor plus.
That's neither. The only thing I got is blind sight.
But
Yeah.
Ellen doesn't have night vision,
Yeah,
so
I don't have
it's
night
useless.
vision, so I've been using light on my torch. Or I've been casting light on the torch and just using that.
Yeah, we're not a very good dungeon delving party, but we'll make do.
Couldn't you just cast
Here we go.
light on my shield so I can like, keep it above us?
Let me look at some spells.
Sora, you also control Chad, correct? Or do we want to use the other warlock?
Nah, we're using Chad.
The paladin? Is he a level 4 paladin, you said?
Chad is a. Let me actually pull his character sheet up. That'd be helpful.
By the way, I also have a pretty high passive perception, 16. But I also
level
have the
3
same
paladin.
issue in terms of night vision.
Oh, all right.
So
That's
what
what I
I
say.
what I do to help me out is if you don't have dark vision or a torch, you don't have the torch effect on your model, like Orion doesn't have the torch effect. But if you do, then you have a torch effect. Like, does Delian casted light on herself, and then I'm saying that Anto uses a torch, and he puts away his shield, so you have to unequip your shield, right? Because you don't have the weapon and the longsword and the torch
Oh,
out.
wait a minute. DM, couldn't I just pick up Delia and use her like a light source if she has cast light on herself?
All right, you Warforged they don't have dark vision, right?
No, this one does not.
I mean,
Because
if you want to have
she's-
Delian up front, I mean, the problem is it
Well,
takes up
if-
one of your arms, you know?
Yeah, pretty much one of my arms are already free since I haven't got the lance yet.
Sure. So what's your?
And
You
I
just
mean,
have your.
as long,
You have the mace
as
out,
long as-
and then you want to carry Delian in the other hand.
yeah. And pretty much I have my shield out. The
That's up
mace
to
is still
Delian
upgraded
if
to
you
my
want.
left.
If Delian allows you to be carried.
Well,
Why don't
as
you
lo-
just have Delian cast light on your hand or on your shield?
Well, as long as she's within 5 feet, she gets a +5 due to my ability.
What's the range of light?
20 and 20, I believe.
That sounds right.
So when I say 20 and 20, it's 20 bright and then 20 dim.
And 8 light of concentration.
No,
No.
Okay.
it's 20 and 20. It's just like a torch.
Sora, you have night vision though, right?
Yeah, 60 feet.
You should probably be in front, just because you have
I'm
the
invisible
only
also.
acrobatics.
You can see my
But
footprints,
he
so you know.
said he's invisible, so
Yeah, because I came down the stairs. I was invisible because I was checking stuff out. But you can see my footprints in the water. can still talk.
Are you good with like going ahead of the party and scouting our paths, or do you want us to
Yes,
stick with
originally.
Excellent.
was
Do you
doing.
have aura of protection?
Yeah. So I'll
Combine with
stay
mine.
within 15 feet of them.
No, it's within
15
10
or
feet.
10? Oh,
It's 10
Or
feet.
10.
Yeah, so I have aura protection, and so do you. That I believe that stacks with each other.
Do they stack that?
I don't think so.
Yeah, that would be.
That only gives a +3 to all bonuses, not a given advantage.
Oh,
Are you talking about paladin auras?
Yeah, the
so
aura of
I just
protection.
don't. I just don't know what your aura is then.
Mine's aura of protection, and the aura of conquest.
The saving throw aura does not stack, but those other if secondary effects are there, they stack.
Right, but Exodus, I think, is vengeance, so he has movement instead of a second aura.
Yeah. Yeah, I just have aura protection.
So in short, we should have the party at least be in between myself and Exodus to get that +3.
And you have another aura that does what?
Aura of conquest. Any enemy that's at fear effect, their movement is just shot to shit, and they take psychic damage.
Okay.
So maybe Ox should be the front paladin and Exodus in the rear.
Yeah, I'll do that.
So I'm not in the rear, or am I? So I heard something about me being carried.
It's not necessary.
I'm just like you. If you stay within 5 feet, you get that +5 to your armor class to my ability, and if you cast light on me, I can just walk forward.
I don't think it's a bad idea since Delian's got our highest perception, and even though it only goes up to 40 feet, it could prevent Sora from having to try to do a saving throw.
I'm good with it.
Yeah, I'm okay with anything. I'm just gonna plop along for now. Plop along.
All right.
Plop, plop, plop.
So we got Sora up
cast-
front, then who else is second? It looks like we have Ox up second. Who's up third?
If Delian's with Ox, then I guess it would be Delian, and then I would be behind that.
Delian, then Exodus, and then Anto. And then where's
And then
Orion?
Chad.
Well, Orion, where's Orion at?
Oh yeah, Orion.
Like this?
Orion's pretty perceptive too, but I think, yeah.
You want Orion in the back?
Orion can be in, well, you have him right. No, that's fine right there.
Okay. Splash. Splash. The hot water runs deep in your boots or your monk wrappings, right? You know, like in the Shaolin Temple, they wrap up their feet, the leather straps. Or do you wear sandals, or are you barefoot?
Sora's barefoot.
It's kind of hot. Like,
Should we run single file like this, or should we go 2x2s?
I think we're better if we go by 2x2s.
I kind of think so too. That's why I brought it up.
one like this, maybe? That.
Yeah, that condenses our group.
Sora, do you want Chad to carry a torch?
Yeah, you might as well.
Okay. Why
I'll
don't
let him
you
equip his shield or whatever.
shield and a torch? Cool. The pathway forward is dark. You see maybe festoons along the walls of where torches once were here in these caverns soar in the mountain. But the Archmage who built this place hasn't been here for a long time.
I'm guessing the torches are too damp to be lit.
We could put them out if you want to put torches in the festoons.
Might as well light the way.
It'll last for an hour, right? That's how long a torch lasts for.
Since my light is a cantrip, I'll just cast light as along the way, lighting up the corridors. If it lasts an hour, each light spell.
As Delian casts one light spell, he casts another, the previous one goes out. You can only have one light spell up at a time.
Was that true? I didn't know that was like.
That's what I say.
That's exactly how it works.
Light up Ox. Let him be a beacon. And if he gets the attack, it's not a problem. He gets repaired.
Okay. Sure, why not?
Do we move forward?
Yep.
So kind of how this works, guys, is so like you've established your marching order. Some of this is theater of the mind, but the model is out. That doesn't need to be precise. If stuff throws down, there might be a chance to rearrange the group to some degree, but if you get surprised, we'll use this kind of marching order, right? Because Tailspire isn't precise about it. I can't just drop and drag all your models, right? They don't have that feature in yet. It's called mass movement. It's something they're working on. So for now, I'm just going to kind of control Soar's model as he moves up. And Soar, you have, with your dark vision, you see out here. So I'm assuming we're all in the marching order, and as I move Soar's model up, you can either move with Soar if you want, but I'm just kind of moving him, and then Soar can make it. But Soar, you see, like, there's a bend here, and there's a corridor that goes off to the left.
Okay. Are we using any sort of locate spells? Are we trying to find something?
I do have a locate spell.
I'm just curious. We don't know what Blackrazor looks like anyway, right? Do we?
You do not.
Did it be sufficiently described, or because I imagine Lortar or Juris could have described it?
Urias did describe it.
Okay.
Do you remember what he said about it?
Only that it was the corrupted White Razor.
Yeah, I got a question.
Yeah.
I have blind fighting. Is it allow me to see anything within 10 feet as long as it's not within total cover?
That's correct.
That's correct.
Blackrazor, the sword of Kamta, now twisted, filled with the stars of the void, is striking down and consuming the great gods. So it's a godslayer.
As Delian kind
shadow-
of remembers some about it, it's a sword filled with stars and light, like twilight.
So I have seen it.
Have you?
I have, because I was there when the dragon was stabbed with the sword.
That is correct, Orion.
Oh, okay. Well, good for you, Orion. Let's locate Blackrazor.
Well, the problem with the locate spell is it only has a range of like 1,000 feet, I think.
I think
so.
Yeah, I have it as well, but maybe you should hold on to it until we get closer.
Yeah, let's dive in a little deeper before I cast it.
Get around the corner.
I think locate object 2 has issues going through stone, right? And things like that.
I don't think so.
No, I don't believe so, no. It's not blocked by anything.
Sometimes, like, if it's something that's surrounded by lead, I remember some of the spells are like that.
Yeah, not this one.
Awesome.
Yeah,
The only trick on this one is you have to have seen it before, and then the other thing is if it's in motion, can be tripped up a little bit.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's a fairly high level spell. I think it's a 3rd level spell, isn't it?
Second.
Let me double check.
Yeah, it's second. I'm looking at it.
I'm reading it here. Orion, you have not seen it up close enough. You are not within 30 feet of the object to actually cast a spell. So you have seen it on the battlefield. You probably saw glimpses of the sword, but you weren't close enough to it. Apparently, you have to be familiar with it, and the way they describe the spell is you have to be at least within 30 feet of it.
At least once, yeah. And I probably wasn't within 30 feet.
No. The battle was like total mayhem.
Alternatively, you can use the nearest object of a particular kind. So if I say the nearest relic, odds are I'm going to find what I'm looking for.
Do you want to cast a spell?
Not yet.
Okay. Awesome job, guys. I like what's happening. We're thinking. What do we do, Soar?
I'm peeking around the corner.
Make a perception roll at disadvantage with dark vision. You're invisible, though, so... Interesting.
I got a 3.
Because it's
Oh my God.
because it's with dark vision, right? That's how dark vision works. Make a stealth roll.
Stealthy stealth.
Hey, you got a pretty good stealth roll too.
You kind of look around the corner and feel like something's watching you, and you just kind of get spooked out because you can't really see that well, and you just back away real quick. You feel like you see imagine your dark vision, you see like a blob of darkness out there. Like you know something there is at the end of the hallway, maybe, around the corner. But you don't know, you just back away. Unless you don't want to.
Yeah, this hallway is giving me the heebie-jeebies.
WEX3 will proceed forward.
Be my guess.
OX3 will take a few steps and
With a torch?
if anyone wants to give him a torch, because he's still holding Delia.
Delia's
Oh wait,
not
no,
being
didn't you cast light on me, Delia?
Yeah, I cast light on you.
Oh yeah, so yeah, I'm a shining beacon of hit me, I'm here.
So I'm taking the torch effect off Delia, and then I'm adding it to Ox.
That sounds right.
Yeah.
Ox steps forward. What do you do, buddy?
Pretty much she's gonna completely make himself known to whatever's in there.
You kind of, let me see how far away you are. What do you say?
Identify self.
You can't see anything.
Nobody else
It's
moving up?
It's just like a hallway, you see that? But it only goes 40
Yeah.
feet, Ox. Right, with the torch?
I know it goes 20 feet, the light spell. And he's just making himself known, and any noise, any sounds, movement.
I guess so. If Sora comes back with the heebie-jeebies, I'll walk around the corner, take a torch, light it, and throw it as far as I can down the hallway.
A little blob over there.
Perception is see, hear, or sense of presence. So either way.
Okay, give me a second. I gotta find the flame effect. Some of these effects are they're really kind of only been around for a few months. So here's a torch, right?
So if there's torches on the wall,
there's torch like iron bolted to the walls, Orion, where a torch could be put.
Okay, but the torches aren't there.
That's correct.
Okay.
Oh, I'm gonna take the torch that was thrown to me.
No, he throws it, goes around the corner and throws it. And how far? I'm assuming you throw it that far, Exodus?
I mean, I was gonna chuck it
all the way
as far
down
as I can. Yeah.
Throw it. Make an attack roll. Right, with the ranged attack roll. At disadvantage because you're throwing it into the darkness.
Also,
11.
Isn't it flooded in here?
Yeah, it is. Sora, thanks for reminding me. As it goes in here, the torch effect...
I also forgot.
Well, I forgot too.
Thank
you, Sora.
Just showed a light. It could have shown what's there.
How deep is the water?
It's about a foot deep. As you throw it out there, you catch almost something like there's like a statue or something at the end of the hallway exit. Make a perception roll at disadvantage. As you you're able to glean it. It's actually disadvantage stack -1 because it's dark and the torch goes out.
Can I provide assistance?
Yeah, why don't you roll a disadvantage stack with disadvantage as well?
13 then.
So you can roll on your own Ox.
Yeah.
I use.
Oh, God damn it. It's 18.
Is that a statue or something at the end of the hallway exit?
Let's find out.
Well, it's actually going to join Ox because he's going to be moving forward.
Is Sora good to go forward still, or?
Yeah, he's one.
Well, if he's If he's invisible, he can go ahead a little bit farther, right? I don't know why I have the voice changer on. That's weird.
You don't have the voice changer on, Delian.
No,
You're
you
good.
sound like Dumby.
Okay, sorry about that. Maybe I thought I did.
The only voice change you have on is you're in serious Delian mode. Smiting
Yes, I
heretic.
am.
You're in
Yes, I
smiting
am.
heretics mode and rejected from that. Ox and Sor kind of move up slowly but surely. I think Sor's just kind of talking with someone in the room. You get close enough to see it. Sor does. Are you there, buddy?
Yeah, I'm here.
You see a creature standing proud aloft its celestial majesty. The Sphinx serves as an impenetrable barrier between the area which it guards, immune to all but the mightiest blows, with potent spells at its command. It's like shaggled, though, and it's rather mangy, beraggled, and it squats in between where 3 corridors are at. So the Sphinx is standing or laying in the pool of water, and there's 3 corridors. One goes left, one goes right, and one goes straight.
DM, OX is going to look at Exit and then just point his arm out. OX3 require weapon.
I hand back his polar arm that he gave to me.
Everybody can move their models into position, right? If they wish to.
Sure.
1 second.
Does the statue move at all, or is it just staring at us?
Sor,
Did everybody fail their perception roll?
While I'm describing it as we get kind of closer to the creature, Sor, it's like it's not a statue.
Yeah,
It's a
that's
gargoyle.
It's like
that's
you look at it, it's like real hair, and as the black and white intermingles with the torchlight as it fills with color, it's breathing.
It's a gargoyle.
OX. The eyes of OX just start.
It's not a
lighting up.
gargoyle. It's a sphinx or something.
It's a sphinx.
OX's
It's a
eyes.
chirosphinx.
Hey guys, this thing's alive.
OX's eyes lighten up as he's requesting orders from Delian.
Well, I mean, has he
Talk
sent
to
back
it,
any sort of
guys.
description?
Talk to it.
It's right here.
Identify self. As each step he repeats.
No response. Silence.
OX is continue moving forward as he repeats himself. Identify self.
You hear a large shaking within the volcano. The volcano shivers as a spew of lava must be happening outside.
Let's take one more step. Identify self. No reaction?
Well, it might not speak your language, right? Common.
Its eyes are open, sort of, maybe, as you kind of look up with your torch and then you see it. Its eyes are closed, Ox. On its eyelids are painted like eyeballs.
So is it like a regular sphinx with like a lion's head or some sort of other type of sphinx?
Yes. Do I recognize this at all?
Being a creature of the Fae, you do not. Because it's not really a Fae creature.
Requesting new orders.
That looks like.
So I wouldn't have read anything about it in my studies or anything like that.
It's obvious it's alive, though, right?
Do you want to? It's breathing.
Okay.
That looks like a pretty scary sphinx. Maybe we should.
I
run
mean,
away.
could that fall under Arcana in terms of?
Yeah, Orion, do you want to make a roll of some kind?
Sure.
History?
Arcana.
So I usually use like it would be like
19.
one of these kind of rolls are like 10 plus CR type of ideas, or 8 plus CR is another way to do it. For survival, say if you wanted to skin a creature, one of the rules I've read on it is 10 plus CR. That'd be what I call the challenge rating of the creature. If like you make a roll like this to beat the roll, you don't understand this, Orion. You've never seen something like this before.
How if Sor is seeing the creature first, how is he communicating to us the description? Is he saying it out loud, or is there some sort of
that thing's alive?
As are you saying that this was an over 20 CR?
10 plus CR. It would be the DC. That's just a kind of a ballpark or 8 plus CR type of idea.
Okay, and I rolled a 19, and that wasn't good enough. Okay.
I mean, what are you trying to ask? What are you trying to know about it, Orion? Is a better question.
I just want to know if I know anything about it, like being able to identify what kind of creature it is.
Sometimes.
I've never heard of anything like this, even in all my studies.
Or
That's fine if I haven't.
Or at least who's the idiot who drew eyes on this thing?
You don't know, but you know that some creatures, like an archmage, right, might have this as a guardian of some kind.
Well, you said this thing is breathing, right?
It is breathing.
And OX3 is not being quiet. He's not being quiet at all as he's continue requesting identify self.
That's right.
And this thing is not reacting at all.
That is correct.
OX is going to turn around as pretty much, I think he might assume this. Sentry guard would not react until approached.
You're about 10 feet away from it, though, Ox.
Then I can smack this thing.
Well, in order to pass it, you need to do some sort of puzzle or riddle, possibly. Is there some sort of?
This thing's asleep.
Are there any sigils or any sort of marks on the creature?
Who wants to make a Sora? You can make a perception roll now that you're kind of closer to it. And
can I make a perception roll?
Do you want to get close to it?
Go ahead, Delian. Make a perception roll.
An 18.
You're kind of hiding behind an ox, though, I guess.
Yeah, I just want to see if there's anything on the creature itself. 21.
I also got an 18.
Delian and Sora, you look it over. The creature is menacingly, it almost encompasses the whole corridor of the dividing chambers that go further into this mysterious lair. The creature is breathing sore. And
so no marks?
It looks like disheveled, like it's been sitting here a long time.
Have we already picked up the torch?
The torch went out. The torch is wasted because it goes out within the 1 foot of water in the floor. Right.
All right. So I grabbed the torch as I passed through.
Okay, it's damaged.
Are you going to try to use it to wake it up?
I have another one.
Because I was thinking like, literally, OX is made of made of a combination of iron, copper, and whatnot. Okay. So if he gets bit by this thing, it's not really an issue. So OX is going to take another step forward.
Yeah.
So accident could probably detect if it's a creature of evil, couldn't it?
Sword, just keep your ass back because
No.
Oh,
you're still pulling rations out.
Saint Accident, do you believe this is a creature of evil?
I do forget I have that ability. I'll use it.
As are you saying that even with Druidcraft, I couldn't get this thing to light up again?
Yeah, you can allow you to light it up with Druidcraft for sure.
Okay.
How do you
light it up and
how do you light it up?
And I'll hand it to
using your magic.
Sprinkle dust.
Very dust.
So Orion picks up this big, huge torch, holds it, and he pulls his hand over it and drops a little bit, and it almost looks like fairy dust, and then it lights back up.
You're related to Tinkerbell.
And then he hands the torch to Anta.
It's his sister.
I already got a torch.
Oh, who doesn't have a torch? Who?
Delian and OX, but OX is glowing right now.
Who?
I don't need a torch. I'll cast continual flame if I need to.
All right, I'll hold on to it for now. I can always just drop it.
So I'm going to add the torch effect to your character, right? Do you have a
Thank
shield?
you.
You have a shield out as well, Ryan, right?
I don't have a shield.
Okay, I thought you might have.
I have mage armor, but I don't
Cool.
have shield.
I have a shield.
Ox, you kind of go up next to it, and Sor, you're right next to Ox. As Ox moves up next to it, you hit like a field of some kind, like ripples. You know, you see the sparks and so forth. Like as you kind of get closer to you, like bump into it a little bit, it kind of pushes you back a foot, and the creature opens its eyes. As you do that,
Are there any of those iron things on the wall that I can attach the torch to the wall?
yeah. What I'll do is this like this, Orion, as you attach it to the wall like that, right?
There we go. Perfect.
And
Thank you.
what we can do with these kind of torch effects too is I will go to like this, shrink it down a little bit,
Oh, good call.
like that, and
Thank you.
the creature opens its eyes, says, "Why do you come?"
In common, right?
In common.
We're here for what you'll hide in the depths, known as the Blackrazor.
Black as pitch, white as snow, born in flame. At first I glow, without wings I fly, until I land and finally die.
Is the creature's eyes black, like as in darkness?
Just hit us with the riddle, boys.
Can you put that in text?
I will. Excellent question, Dillian. The creature's eyes are becoming black.
I don't think you need to detect evil anymore.
They're not
These things
fully
are-
black, but they are becoming black.
These things are neutral as all hell. They follow orders.
Not if they're corrupted by the darkness.
Where is it in text?
I'm about to put it down.
Okay, perfect. Thank you.
Black as pitch, white as snow, born in flame. At first I glow. Without wings, I still fly, until I land and finally die.
Like
Sounds
ash
like
embers?
Sor's mother-in-law.
You don't know my family.
So how it works is, if you guys have a guess, the party convenes, and then you guys say the answer if you want.
I have a guess. Is it like ash or embers?
Yeah, that sounds about right.
White as snow, flies without wings.
How does
lands
it
and then
die?
burns
Oh,
out.
embers.
At first it glows. Yeah, ambers, sparks, whatever.
Yeah, I think embers is good.
I like it.
So who's gonna tell it this
Embers.
thing?
Embers.
Sora just did.
Sora
Because
saying
if you
answer.
answer wrong, this thing wants to eat you.
I mean, three of us agreed. Nobody disagreed.
Maybe you should ask it how many answers we get. We just get one?
Well, I think we got it on the first try on this one, so.
Embers? Is that the answer?
Which way
It sounds pretty good.
do you wish to go? He says to Sora. Or it says to Sora.
What do you think, guys?
We want to go the fastest route to the sword, obviously.
The straight path seems logical.
Yes, Mr. Sphinx, please let us know the straight path.
You said there was 3 paths, right, DM, or there was only 2?
Yeah, but I
that's
think
right.
I think Sora has to give the answer because he was the
I
one who
have to
solved
give
the problem.
answer.
Yeah, you're such a nice looking Sphinx.
So there's a path
Scary.
this way. There's a path this way. There's a path
Scary.
this way. And
there's 3 paths.
So I was suggesting we take the middle path.
And then I'll reveal the hidden
Eeny,
zone.
meeny, miny, mo, catch your.
Oh God, no!
By the toe. If
Don't do that.
Go. Eeny, meeny, miny, mo. We're going left.
No, but maybe with your perception, if you can notice anything particularly dark, obviously Blackrazor would probably be in a darker area. Some sort of clue that would lead us in the right direction. No?
Which way do we wish to go?
I did eeny, meeny, miny, mo, so...
Well, did the Sphinx respond to the question, the return question? Or request, like straightest path to the sword?
Yeah, I don't think it's going to tell
Sword,
us.
did you ask? Well, it doesn't hurt to ask, right?
Yeah, I guess not. Whichever way is fastest to the sword.
Fastest
Yes, Mr.
way.
Sphinx.
Sword rolls a saving throw.
What kind?
Let me tell you.
Saving throw versus
DC 15 con save.
Boy, I got a natural 20.
Nice.
You resist something. You feel your body course with blood. Your heart begins to pump faster.
He's a bit of power word, kill my ass. Yeah, we're going left.
Left.
Okay.
The Sphinx steps backwards to allow you to pass, to go to the left.
Can I roll perception to figure out which path seems to be the darkest?
This fucking fat ass won't even sit in there. He won't even sit. He's too big. He's sitting on top of the walls.
He's already decided, so I don't think it's going to open up the other paths for us anyway, right?
Right. At this point, it's already done.
So
pretty much, OX is going to just stand in front of the Sphinx while everyone passes the gate.
So basically, no logic. We're just going left based on pure instinct. That's good.
Yeah.
Hey, eeny, meeny, miny, mo. Sometimes
if it's
Sword
the wrong
figured out
way,
the riddle. Sword will decide our path.
if he picks the wrong way, OX is going to hit him.
I don't think you need to hit him for.
You cannot catch me, Ox. I have 50 feet of movement.
I have 10 feet to hit you, and I can move 30 feet. I can strike you first.
I can dash, action dash, bonus action dash.
Yeah, as I wasn't able to move that torch, but I would have grabbed the torch and moved it up into the next hallway.
Okay, so what I have to do is give you permission of the torch.
When the Sphinx moved, is the water just present everywhere, or was it actually creating a seal?
This water is kind of everywhere.
Okay.
It's kind of, I don't know if I can do it, because I think I have water elsewhere here. But if you want me to, I can change the water level for you.
No, I was just wondering if these rooms were sealed off and the water was only out here, or the whole dungeon is just
or that big hairball just literally just clogging up the water.
Yeah, so I just knowing the water's been here the whole time is all I want to know.
There you go, Jake.
Did we ever find out whether it was evil or good? I don't remember.
Exit in. Oh, not sorry. Ox moves forward. The hallway appears to be just kind of blank. Give me a second. I'm actually going to raise the water level up. Let me see what we got.
Answer you, Steve.
There we go.
My divine sense only detects good and evil, so I would only know if it's celestial or fiend.
So
basically.
Orion, you're not up there yet. You're moving the torch up there unless you're going to use an ability.
No, I'm.
See,
didn't mean to drop it there.
I put the water this is probably what the water looks like now. I don't know if this is going to be accurate, but we'll try it. Kind of see where the water's at.
Hope we don't go downstairs anytime.
Who's going down the hallway?
Well, I have.
I guess it's me and Ox.
Ox goes forward, and with Soar, both of you make dexterity saving throws.
17.
You pass. Ox fails. A pit trap. Let me find it here.
My trousers are drenched.
Ox moves up ahead. Like to here. It's very dark. This is what the pit trap falls into. The water gushes in. Ox, your torch is totally let out, and you take...
I'm not using a torch.
Okay. You're just moving with Soar then, so any roll you make or anything like that. But you're able to jump over the pit trap, Soar, as it drops out, and Ox takes just 1d6 bludgeoning. Take 4 bludgeoning damage, Ox. You feel a bolt come out of your leg.
And
the water flows in there on top of you.
Well, that's not really an issue. OX doesn't breathe.
Hey, Az, can you move that torch for me? For some reason, I can't seem to grab it.
We'll put it out if we need to.
PM, Ox is going to try to climb out.
You're able to easily kind of swim your way out to the top.
Him swim?
We'll just climb out, I guess. Yeah, yeah, you're right. He just kind of grips up there and begins to climb his way out of the pit. And
now he's soaked in sewer juices. Yum.
The other part of the hallway here, you see the hallway bend out, Soar, because Ox can't even see anything really.
I have like I said, on blind sight. I can only see up to 10 feet of me.
If something has an effect when something has an effect within 10 feet of you like that, then yeah, it's just normal. But if something attacks you beyond 10 feet, they have advantage on the roll because you're considered blind beyond that point.
Yeah, but I'm still glowing in the light, so I can see up to 20 feet now.
Sure.
Well,
Soar moves up ahead.
Like a stubborn machine, Ox is going to keep on moving forward.
You look up ahead, Soar, and you see like these panels on the wall. And there's other panels on the side of the wall as well here, right?
I'm gonna just yeet my torch down to see if these things like shoot out.
You yeet a torch down there.
Traps. It's not lit or anything. It's just
yeah. Make a perception roll at disadvantage. And remove a torch from your character sheet.
8.
Doesn't appear. There's no effect that appears to be happening. What type of weapons and things does Soar have on him?
Thor has his quarterstaff.
That's pretty much it, like clothes and things, right?
Yeah.
Pretty basic. Nice.
Yeah, I accidentally moved my token into the wrong location.
Oh, always got an idea. He's gonna look at accident. Request shield. Accident.
I don't carry a shield.
Your icon says otherwise.
No, it doesn't. There's no shield on my character.
The one you're using as a background.
Oh.
Snap.
My friend is still working on it.
Checkmate.
Hey, Az, what am I doing wrong? I'm trying to bring myself up, elevate myself a little bit. I'm using the control left mouse button, but every time I let it go, it drops.
That's okay. We don't want to do heavy. We're not going to do flying models because I don't want to bug out. Flying is still kind of buggy.
Is anyone carrying a shield at all?
I have a shield.
Well, why? OX is going to request it.
You get a dual shield?
Yeah.
It's my sigil shield, but okay.
Pretty much as long as it can provide some kind of cover. OX is going to literally hold both shields to the side as he's going to move forward.
You're blind.
Yeah, but he's going to, whatever trap this is, he's going to trigger it using his own body.
Sure.
While using both his own shield and the sigil shield onto his left and right.
So what shields who gave him a shield?
Delia.
I gave him my regular red shield.
Okay. And Ox what is Ox made of?
Ox is made of a combination of iron, copper, and the mithril plate he was designed with.
And composite ceramics from a bulletproof vest.
How much HP does Ox have?
Ox have, well, right now, 117 HP.
DM should never have to
Wow.
ask you questions. Oh no.
Wow.
You take a step forward,
117.
nothing really happens. You look, you can't see anything. But does Ox even feel fear? Has he been programmed to even feel that kind of emotion or anything like that?
Nope. Since Ox is a common soldier, he knows he's expendable.
You walk forward a little bit more.
Yeah.
Give me a second.
I like the word expendable.
The plates are 6 feet high and 6 feet wide. You step forward a little bit, you feel like a humming. Ox, do you continue?
He continues. Ooh, what boy?
You feel some discomfort.
That motion is for the flesh bags behind him. He moves forward.
You start to feel uncomfortably warm.
He's reminded of the torches used to put his armor back onto him. He moves forward.
Oh god.
What are you doing with the shield?
He's using
Heat metal gets casted on you.
He's literally using the shield as covered for any kind of trap that might hit him from the left and right.
You take 2 fire damage as you begin to heat up.
That's fine.
It's an array of magnetrons.
Exactly.
What else do you do?
He's still moving forward.
Okay.
He's trying to trigger as many traps as possible.
You take 3 more fire damage.
3 more fire damage?
Yeah.
That's fine. OX is still moving forward.
What are the chances that these traps can be activated every time that you step
Is
on?
it apparent to us that Ox is being damaged?
You see Ox, like in the darkness, he has no light on him. You just see the metal exoskeleton of his and the shields he has begin to glow as Ox takes 14 fire damage.
That's fine.
Okay. Continue.
Oxus continue moving forward.
Darlene, will you not recall him before he destroys himself?
You take another 8 fire damage.
That's fine and dandy.
Takes another step.
One more.
One second. Okay, 1 second. You see Ox, his whole body is glowing, and you just hear a hum, and the steam of the water begins to come up through the ground and rise around Ox every step he takes. The 2 shields that he has are emitting a white glow as he takes 26 fire damage.
That's fine and dandy.
Lillian, I think you might tell him to come back. I don't think this is working the way he thinks.
Okay. Please come back.
Gotta say it a little louder.
Please come back.
Can't hear you. Say it louder. Come on.
No,
Let your neighbors hear you.
I can't say it much louder.
Exactly. That's why I say it louder.
Please come back. Actually, I could technically send a message, I suppose.
You take 9 fire damage.
How far is he ahead anyway? How far did he go?
Pretty far. About halfway up the coils there. Up the plates.
I need my shield back. Please come back.
He's walking back then.
You take another 14 fire damage.
What are you doing anyway? I'm still confused.
He was trying to trigger the trap.
Yeah, as you see him coming back down the hallway, the glow begins to start to subside.
Yeah, but it feels like a field rather than a trap. It's just a field of fire.
Take another 3 fire damage.
So yeah, the traps, they keep on being reset every time.
And then you take a final fire damage as the glow of all your body, and you look at your shoulder pads as you start to come in the torchlight. You're beginning to melt. Ox.
Yeah.
No cooling effect from the water.
It's just like steam emanating from the water.
Okay, so we need to destroy these coils.
Isn't there like a switch to turn it off?
Sora, make a perception roll.
Me or Anto? Because that was Anto's suggestion.
Go ahead. Both
switch.
of you guys can roll.
3.
Powerful, and you make it a disadvantage because, but Sora, Anto can make actually because Anto moves up and kind of has the torchlight. He just makes a straight roll.
27.
The coils, or
Wow.
the plates on the side of the wall, are made of adamantine.
Oh,
The same metal Ox is made of.
This is. Someone put this here, and it was not meant to be broken so easily.
Okay, so whatever we're looking for is definitely beyond this. Because they're clearly protecting something.
Orion casts Mage Hand and sends his Mage Hand down the hallway 30 feet.
The hand goes forward. That is it.
Nothing happens to the hand.
It passes by Ox, who's still standing in the middle.
He's waiting for new orders. As he's bellowing out steam to try to regulate his body.
I'll
I guess anyone
walk
has
forward
or spell
to
magic
just
or
start
anything.
the trap thing.
Sure.
Do I feel anything?
A little uncomfortable.
Where do I feel uncomfortable? Just generally everywhere, or
You kind of take just a feeling around your body. You feel it your hand. You feel it like around your chest, your legs,
I mean,
kind of everywhere. You're just starting to. It's like putting on a nice, warm blanket all around your body.
all right.
Being a
13,
smaller-
I think I realized that it's heating the metal. So I'm gonna take my armor off and leave my sword behind.
Okay.
And
Remove them from your character sheet.
Oh. I have literally nothing metal on me, I don't think.
Question. These bars or whatever of metal that are conducting this heat,
The plates.
is there a space between them and the wall, or do they actually connect up against the wall? I'm asking because based on the visual I have here, there's space there. So I'm thinking that Orion can try and fly behind them.
Only one way to find out.
Then I would like to try it.
I like it.
Requesting new orders.
How about this? We'll just have you make a dex save every 5 feet. The dex save will start at 10 and then go up by 1. Shall you continue? As you start to feel uncomfortable, I mean, what is Orion wearing? What does he have on him?
He has clothes. That's it. No armor.
No armor? Nothing made of metal?
Nothing.
Not even a dagger?
But
The dagger.
doesn't Orion fly? Or
Orion does
float?
fly.
That's what Orion's trying to do, is trying to skim across the ceiling to
Well,
avoid the
yeah.
trap.
Yeah, so he did the mage hand, right? Anything
Okay, so
else?
yeah, I have one dagger, and I'll leave that. I'll throw that inside my bag,
Your bag
which
of
puts
holding?
it in an alternate dimension.
Sure.
So, yeah, now I have no metal on me.
I see Exodus taking off his armor and is going to ask him what he's doing.
You see Orion begin to fly down the hallway. Do you have your torch on you, Orion?
No, I left it behind.
You're blind. Remove the torch
this
effect
is
from your mind.
clearly heating metal. This axe is glowing, and I only feel a warm sensation on the metal parts that I wear.
Is the torch completely wood or is it metal?
Okay, I
The
run
torch
across.
the torch was metal that you guys bought from the store.
So I'm sure you do not have anything metal
I have
on you.
really nothing metal on me.
So I come back and I open up my haversack for everybody so they can put all their metal items inside.
Oh, yeah, I
Well,
can fit my
the
plate
problem
armor in
is
there.
the problem is OX
Everything
is
will
made
fit
of
in there.
metal.
Oh,
His
Let's
entire
look it up.
body is made of metal.
Let me check the rules and see if I can put you inside the haversack.
You cannot. He's not big enough. The haversack can only
What do you
carry
mean he's not
120
big enough?
pounds. So it can only carry Excellence plate mail and no more. And his
Okay.
sword. We'll say his plate mail and sword. But no more.
I'll
Deli
just walk across
and
with that.
Sword, go to the end of the hall and see if there's a way to deactivate it.
It's been 1 hour.
Or will.
All the torches go out.
Yeah, and also sword's no longer visible.
And your invisibility goes off.
Yeah. Well, I can always recast the light even after an hour. So
You recast the light on yourself, Delian, so we don't need to mention it, but your torch goes out, Orion.
That's fine.
are you saying that there are some control mechanisms to this thing? Or did somebody notice that?
Hopefully there is, otherwise Ox would be...
But
Unable
Anto
to
rolled like a
continue.
27, right, on the perception. Did he notice anything?
You notice the plates were made of adamantine.
Well, that doesn't tell us what we can turn
Excellent.
it off.
Don't you have a bag of holding? How much space can that hold?
Sora,
Maybe
you
we can
look
put everything in there.
you look by Orion, Iron Knight as you pass by him. He's just like steaming. You don't feel anything. You're just walking freely down the
Just
hallway.
metal objects, but Ox will still be an issue.
How big is the bag of holding? Can it hold ox?
It only has a 2 feet, 2 by 4 foot,
Okay.
2 foot diameter.
You know what? I do have a solution for this. It's going to require for ox to go at least part the way though, because I don't think I can get the whole range. I do have, what's it called? I have vortex warp, and that's 90 feet. How long is this path?
You can measure it out using the M key, and then use the 2 button to measure the distance
Thank
of
you.
it. It's about that far, 80 feet or so.
Awesome. So I will go through
Okay.
to the end.
Do I see any controls over here?
And then I will cast Vortex Warp on Ox and bring him over to my side.
Why is Iron Knight moving up?
Oh, you just use vortex warp, right?
Oh, on Ox?
Yeah. Yeah.
You cast a 2nd level spell?
Yep.
Cool.
And that basically teleports him over to a place where I choose, as long as there's something solid to hold him.
Yes, you
And there
successfully
is.
do so.
I'm going to leave all my valuable equipment behind real quick, and then
In
just
the
have
haversack.
the chains in my bag of holding, and then walk through and look and see if the chains start glowing.
You put everything in, you put all the metal objects in the bag of holding, Exeter?
No, I put them at the front on the ground and want to test to see if the bag of holding protects it from the trap with like just a standard 10-foot chain.
Wait a minute. Excellent. Your stuff is in the haversack.
Just my plate armor was, but not all my other stuff.
If that didn't react as
Yeah, I went through with no
Is
problem.
it the same thing? Bag of holding?
Yeah, they're basically
okay.
the same magic.
Oh, okay.
Don't we have gold on us?
That is correct.
So as long as you put everything in the bag of holding,
Wait,
you'll be
wait.
fine.
Actually, Sora makes a good point.
What?
Oh God, I'm the detriment. We have gold on us.
So in
What do you mean?
school,
Put the
I always
gold inside
say-
the bag.
Did you remind the
Oh.
teacher about the homework every
Your
time?
gold is inside your bag, but that's it. If anybody else has gold on them, though, like on person, then yeah, that would affect you.
Well,
These bags
there's
are
a
getting
bag
full,
of holding
guys.
on that side.
I love how there just be a hole in my pocket and all my gold is on the pathway towards us.
All right,
You would have felt it.
I'll walk back and forth with. If I have to do multiple trips with the bag of holding to carry all the metal through, then I'll do that.
Awesome job. How is
And I'll take out
Anto?
your armor so that you can put that back on once you're done.
Teacher.
How long does it take you to doff? It takes 10 minutes to doff and don the armor. I'll add 10 minutes to the timer.
What about Anto?
So we all get a short rest, right?
Yeah.
Well, the only thing metal I have is the mace.
I'm going to say that you
maybe
successfully
the
do it with the
crossbow.
bag of holding. You guys figure it out. You know, he's able to put the items, you know, in there. And 10 minutes go by. As you take a short rest on the other side of the cavern, Sor makes a perception roll looking for controls over this time. Yep. I'll allow Sor to make it with advantage because he's probably spending 10 minutes looking for it while everybody's kind of dinging around.
Yeah, it's just 11.
OX is right now. He's bellowing steam like a madman right now, trying to regulate his body temperature.
Sor, you find something odd about this wall right here. You know, it's kind of weird looking. Doesn't fit right.
I hit it.
Your staff hits the wall. You hear it reverberate throughout the strange room.
Guys, this wall is different. I just keep poking it with my quarterstaff, and you just hear this ringing.
Well, OX is going to go to it and pretty much
start
offer his
poking it.
glaive. He's going to offer his glaive as a wedge.
Try to wedge the door open with the glaive?
With his glaive, yeah.
Going to pry it open a little bit. The door gives way. And I'm going to remove the wall. Or try to at least.
And there goes the peasant into the sludge of doom.
Did we lose Sor there when I tried to remove the wall?
Almost.
Yeah, I was flying.
Funny as hell.
There's actually no easy way to remove this thing, is there? Weird. I messed this up, didn't I? I did. Hold on.
Throw Sor in there. Come on.
And I'm going to add the wall. I'm going to add some flooring here right there.
It's fine. I can't drown.
There we go.
Neither can OX, but it'll still be funny as hell to watch you dunk.
Okay. Roll initiative. Well, I'll roll it for you. Give me a second.
Come on, you could have at least let me heal.
Sucks to be you.
Hey, we
got a short rest.
Ox, you got a short rest. You could have done some hit dice right there.
I didn't think we got ourselves our short rest.
Yeah, we did while we were waiting for Exodus to put back his armor.
Oh.
Yeah,
you can roll the hit dice. You can roll your hit dice, Ox, if you want to.
Yeah, I'm gonna do that.
Cool.
Perfect.
Well,
God damn it.
I rolled like shit, but at least I'm not in the red.
So are we separated out a bit as the front of the
Are
party?
we all rolling initiative here?
Give me 1 second, guys.
Yeah, I think he rolls it now.
I will try to roll it for you.
I don't know if we're separated or if we're far apart.
I've already rolled initiative. I got a 20.
Give me a second.
So I'm keeping that. I got nearly melted in there, thinking I could trigger the traps.
Funny.
I feel like a plastic soldier on a microwave or a stove.
Well, the shield was made of wood. The shield that you took from me.
Well, I was thinking either it was a flamethrower trap or arrow traps, and I was trying to trigger it.
And I don't really have any metal except the
mace,
hand crossbow, and the mace.
Yeah, I'm gonna get back your shield in the short rest.
Yep, I just auto rolled the initiative. I'm gonna add everybody to the account here. Let's see if we get everybody.
Initiative of one.
During the short rest, can we use that thing we talked about, like similar to where you can, as an action, you can regain health?
Yeah, do you want to use your hit dice? Yeah, if you want to use
a second level spell slot.
Do you want to do that, Sor?
Yeah, I'd like to.
Yeah, go ahead and do that. So what Sor is talking about is an optional rule we're kind of playing with, which is the idea of using hit dice to refresh your spell slots. If you want to use hit dice, you can 1 hit dice refreshes a level 1 spell slot. 2 is a 2 second level spell slot, and so on. And this is just something we're playing with. Because the way I think about spell slots is it's like your body. It's like how much magic can you expend in one day before you become like spent. And that's kind of what overcasting is about, is like if you push beyond the boundaries of magic where you're out of spell slots, that's where you're like your body and mind are being ripped apart. We have Delian up first.
That could be quite powerful for spellcasters.
Then we have
Ox. I'm going to do it then, since I wasn't aware of it.
Yeah, go ahead and do it. But you're using your hit dice refresh after a long rest, right? And so that's kind of it.
Is everybody going to be using the action point system, or
no? If you want to use it, you can, because people don't know about it. Exodin. Exodin's last, and unfortunately, Orion just rolled a little low. That's okay.
Action point system is probably more relevant for
Orion. I rolled by the way, the system rolled a 4 for you, so you rolled a 10. So I know you're kind of getting on my balls about that.
That would be an 11.
You have +6 to the roll, right?
I have +7.
+7? Why? Where's the +7 come from?
Part of it is part of my class, and part of it is my dexterity.
What's your dex?
So it's intelligent bonus plus
dexterity
I know why.
Bonus. Let me pull up your character sheet. What's your dex bonus? +2?
+2.
Is your dex +2?
+2.
Yeah, and then the other thing is from, let me take a look, from...
+5 for my intelligence.
You're a chronology wizard?
Oh, I just had +4 for your intelligence. That's why the mod is off. That's okay.
It's only 1 point different, but...
Yeah, I have to figure out why, because how it works is your background is probably off.
Maybe you didn't update after we... No?
I have to go back to the character creator on my end.
Yeah, I don't know.
And figure out why you have a +5.
Yeah.
These are...
you talk about your D&D?
Perhaps one wretched thing. This wretched thing was once human, but hunger has replaced its humanity. Its withered body and seems composed of little more than bruised skin and stretched sinew over bone. It bulges out and attacks you. Cardinal's up first. They're wearing amulets.
Damn it, Sor. You attract Jehovah's Witness again.
Damn.
Delian, the models are out.
They can smell the fucking poverty on you.
There is a wall right here. It's not here for some reason. I mean,
so I can see all of these creatures, whatever they are, right? And they're together, right? I assume.
Yes.
Ox needs orders.
They look hungry, and they're about to come out.
A quick question: in this world, how does lightning affect water?
Crap.
It's just we cast it.
I'm just looking.
Not everything in D&D is the rules, guys. Like we're starting to trek into like level 9, 10, tier 2 play. The rules start to be bent and broken. I don't know, Sor. Do you want to start casting spells with lightning, and everybody has lightning water around them?
I'd like to. I'm gonna hold up my holy symbol and say,
"Glad I fly."
I'm gonna hold up my holy symbol and turn undead.
Okay. Do I have to make a saving throw?
Yeah, it's a DC 17 Wisdom.
Okay, use your action. What do you say, Delian, to try to turn them?
I say, like, begone, foul ghouls.
Begone, foul Jehovah's Witness. We do not want to wake up early to go to church.
The light will chase you away.
Burn in hell.
The light shall lead you away.
They like growl at you.
All hail Lord Arceus.
No effect.
All 5 of them?
All 5.
Okay, that's new.
It is new. You see this? See the amulets around their neck. They all begin to glow as you cast a spell.
So, Delian, OX is needing orders here. Are you going to tell him to attack, or are you going to tell him to stand back?
Delian, is that the end of your turn?
Yeah, I think so. That's pretty much it.
Gonna move this ghoul up here to get within.
Hold on.
Yeah.
Well, obviously, I would tell Ox. Yeah, let's tell
I
Ox to move
I still
forward.
have Sentinel.
Yeah. Roll it up. Roll an attack of opportunity. They have an AC of
Man.
12.
28.
They weren't turned though. That's kind of weird. Anyway.
28.
Probably the
and he
amulet.
takes 15 damage, and his movement is now shot to shit.
Okay, his movement is... I'm going to say he's pinned, right? Is that how we're doing the rules on Sentinel? They have 22 HP here.
Now I feel like we
how
are
much-
in Darkest Dungeons.
Minus 15? Okay. It's pinned. These guys aren't gas, so they don't have that smell effect. Sora is up.
I'm gonna cast a lightning chromatic orb into that room.
Okay, how are you going to do it?
I'm gonna shoot it in the middle of the room at everyone's feet.
Try to zap it up?
Yeah,
Do I make dex saves with them or anything?
it's just an attack roll, I guess.
You have to make an attack roll. Make an attack roll then. Ranged attack roll.
That is 16.
Okay. Do you want to do damage to all of them then?
Yeah, I'll try to. I'm guessing I will do a little
So
less.
how what I'll
since I'm
do
doing AoE.
is... Yeah, what I'll do is I like what you're thinking, how you're thinking, Sora. It's pretty cool. Even though it's just a single target attack, right?
Yeah.
It'll be able to hit 4 of them. And then I'll do the 4 of them for half damage.
All right.
Roll damage.
That is 9.
You want to do it in the back or the middle?
The 4 in the middle.
Okay, I'll just do the 4 right here then. So now they have 18.
I'm not letting these things come anywhere
What else
near
do you wanna do,
close
Sora?
me.
I'll move back a bit.
The lightning goes off. Begins to fry them all. They begin to shriek in pain.
OX is
It'll be my
pleased by
turn for now.
the cries of
Okay.
pain.
Next ghoul is up. It charges into... Moves up to here. You've already used your reaction, so it can move not freely up to Soar and attack Soar.
Yeah.
I have a minor question.
Yes?
If they're CR1 or lower, I could actually destroy undead, but I'm surprised they wouldn't even turn. But that's weird.
Strange,
All right.
Delian. I don't know what's going on either. I roll a dirty 20 against Soar.
Yep.
Okay, I hit you for 9 slashing, and then make a con save.
Oh, you can be turned to an undead.
Nope.
16.
You pass. Iron Knight is back up. Your
Damn.
reaction resets.
Well, first and foremost, I'm gonna take out that little fucker that's right next to me.
Okay. Want to try attack
As
up
he's
here?
up. Yeah, he's within 10 feet.
Yeah. Roll to attack. He's already badly hurt from the first attack that you did on him, too.
Yeah. While OX is just yelling out exterminate.
Roll damage, buddy. 'Cause you're...
Exterminate. 13.
You impale it. Its shriveled body falls over your pike, and
I'm gonna move
you feel
up,
its
since
medallion chink onto the pike.
pretty much OX is gonna lift it up before he turns to the other one, as he's within 10 feet. I'm going to strike. Exterminate. Natural 20.
Roll another 20 to see if you super crit. You're also getting flanking bonus with Soar.
Yep.
That's actually a 31.
Just a 10.
Roll damage.
I wouldn't want to waste a super crit on these guys.
So minus 10.
12.
You come up from behind it and instantly kill it.
Pretty much as soon as I just like literally impale that one and just straight up impale the other one. I'm making myself a shish kebab here.
Next school is up. I think I got the right one. It moves into your threat range. Roll to attack with your opportunity attack.
Yep. No.
Doesn't hit. It moves up though. As you use your reaction now, it can freely move throughout the room. Moves up
Yeah.
to Delian. Attacks Delian.
Interception.
Okay, you want to try to use your reaction there, Anto?
Yep.
Okay, how does it work? Do I have to attack you now?
I will intercept it because since an hour ago my torch went out,
Yeah,
I will
you're-
just equip the shield, and
So you have your torch and your shield out now?
Yep.
Okay.
I will lose my reaction. I will reduce the damage that the target takes by 1d10 plus 4.
Okay.
Yeah.
So I have to hit first. You used your reaction. No, you're not in range. And you already used your reaction.
No, I mean for my shield guardian.
No, because you already used your reaction. That's a reaction ability. Delian, what's your AC?
18, but I might use Warding Flare. I'm not sure yet. But
I did not hit you.
Doesn't matter.
You have an AC of 18. You have plate armor on under that claw? And
no, just the shield, remember? I added the shield.
Oh, nice. Anto's up.
All right. So I'm gonna attack multiple times at that little one that is in front of Dillian.
Okay. That's kind of the disadvantage to Ox, by the way. If you use your reaction, like other creatures can start just moving around you. You only get one reaction. That's why Polearm Master Sentinel is not that OP.
Yeah. But the thing is, like, I'm trying to keep these guys from coming in close, and because I am a...
that hits.
I'm trying to do spear here.
Yeah. This is already wounded a little bit.
High dex.
From Soar's lightning attack.
You have 12 damage.
You have to roll an improvised weapon because you have your torch and shield out, you said.
Me?
Yes.
No, I told you, since you said that the torches 1 hour passes and they like go out, I'd be blind. So I took the shield out.
Okay, you have your longsword, and do you have a torch now or no? Or you just have your shield?
No. No torch, just a shield and a sword.
Okay. Delian has light on her, so you can actually see to attack this guy. You do 12 damage to him. He's badly hurt, Anton.
And come with the second attack.
Roll damage, buddy. You cut the ghoul in half.
Alrighty.
What else do you want to do, Anto?
I'm going to...
Do you just have 2 attacks, or do you have 3 attacks now?
Two. We didn't level up, right?
Yep.
Just 2.
OX is looking at Anto in a new light. He protected Delia. He's still planning on killing him later, but still, not as much.
Anto, what else do you want to do? That's your attack action, right? Now do you do a move?
No, I'm gonna stay right here.
Okay. The next ghoul's up. It comes out and attacks Delian again. Well, actually, it's going to attack... Let me see. You used your reaction. I'm going to say it attacks Anto. Doesn't hit. Orion's up.
Okay. Orion's going to cast Firebolt.
Just at this guy right here?
Bolt.
Bolt. Yep, exactly. That guy right there.
Okay.
You forgot about Chad.
Where's Chad at? We left him way back in there. You had to control his model at Soar. That's the problem with all these summons. You guys bust my balls about summons. You guys will forget about them. Orion, you cast Firebolt, roll an attack roll.
Okay. 22.
Roll damage, buddy. Rip Chad. Chad's waiting by the entrance, waiting for your command, Soar.
5 big points of damage.
Fire 5 Is that the end of your turn, Orion?
It is.
Next ghoul is up. Comes out and is going to attack. Actually going to move past and attack Orion. Moves up to there. And attacks Orion.
What, am I not tasty enough? Goddamn.
They're not that stupid. I don't hit Orion. I roll a 10. Exodon's up.
Alright, I'll hit.
What are you talking about? They are stupid. They're ghouls.
Let this one right in front of me.
Stupid.
Oops.
Rolling damage first. Oh, no, you rolled a hit.
14 damage.
You rolled a 25, yeah. This one's fresh. You badly hurt it. So it's taken some AoE damage from Soar already.
Another hit, and let me reroll that one. All right, 10 damage again.
You take your mace down, and you splat it right in front of Delian. It goes right into the water. Splash.
And then I'll action surge to attack this one.
Okay.
And 15 damage.
Easy enough, Exodus, smiter of evil.
And then I will move myself to block this path. I'm assuming I can block it.
You want to stand in the way and try to block it?
Yeah.
Okay. Next
And
school.
it's the end of my turn.
Yeah, the next school comes up, tries to get at you. Yeah, these guys can't do that ability. I'm trying to think of the other abilities. They're trying to attack you, Exodus. Doesn't hit. Next school is up.
Don't these things have pack tactics?
No.
No.
Tries to attack Exodus again.
Thank God.
Roll a 23.
Yeah, it hits.
6 slashing and make a con save. Oh, you gotta. You can't.
Actually, as a reaction, I'm going to go ahead and cast.
The damage has already
silvery
been.
barbs.
The damage has already been rolled.
Oh, I didn't see it. Okay.
It's okay. The last one though. Sorry, Orion. When I just say it hits, like you gotta say, I'll say like yeah it hits, and then you gotta decide right then and there.
That's fine.
This guy tries to dogpile over him. Exodus, you get an attack of opportunity.
Oh, nice. And
Probably moving him into the wall a little bit. That's okay. You slash into him as he possessed Cardinals. Cardinal.
I love to use a smite on
You want to smite him too? Yeah, you can. You want to smite him?
Yeah. And what?
As you claw.
Oh wait, is it a fiend? It's a fiend or undead, so I get
Yes.
extra.
Yes.
Yes, you do.
So it's
Extra 1d8.
Okay, it is.
Yep.
Yeah. Cool.
Weak. All right.
So you rolled
18 damage.
18 damage. Okay. It's badly hurt as you smash into it as it begins to claw around the corners. And claw try to make its way over. It provokes an attack of opportunity as you slice into it as it's clawing over this wall here, but it still slashes out at you. It does not hit Cardinals up.
How many are there? 3?
There's 3 left, I think. You guys are.
Are they
passing
all
your con
injured, or
saves.
are they not injured? Are they injured, or?
They're all pretty badly hurt.
All right. I'll throw Scorching Ray.
Okay.
Basically, I'll throw 3 flaming bolts, one on each.
Don't roll a 1.
Hopefully not. So I have to roll 3 times to hit, right?
Yeah. Roll first attack.
First one is 14.
Okay. Roll damage. Cast Scorching Ray.
7.
You burn the last one. The Exodus just did the attack of opportunity. It singes up and burns into ash across the wall. Its amulet falls into the water.
Okay, and I have
Next
to
attack.
get the other 2 as well. Hold on a second.
These ones are uninjured, actually.
22.
Yeah, roll damage. This is radiant damage?
No, fire.
Cool.
7 points again.
Barely injured. Last attack.
I thought they were. The last one is 11. I think it's a miss.
You missed, but you didn't roll. You almost rolled a 1. Soar is up.
Thor is going to run up.
Hey, how high is the roof here? Is it like 10 feet, 15 feet, or?
About 10 feet.
Okay.
I just
Yeah,
use the
I'm gonna
models
make
for that
it.
stuff, buddy.
That's fine. I
I'm
was
the
just
one
asking
closest
because I
to me.
didn't see it, so I wanted to make sure I understood.
If we put the roof on, it makes it
25
hard
to
to
hit.
move the models.
No, I
weren't
get
Roll
it.
damage.
We weren't so close together. I just cast something bigger, but
9 damage. And then again.
Swacking it with your staff.
14. Yeah.
Just pounding the
14
staff next to Exodus. Whap, whap, whap. roll damage. It still hits. It has an AC of 12.
Oh, that's.
You pound it
10
and you
damage.
smash its skull up against the wall sword. It
And
dies.
I'm gonna use a key point before it blows the other guy.
Okay, these are unarmed attacks, though.
Yeah, that's fine.
Do you still get to use your staff, though, or do you get to use just an unarmed strike?
Pretty
He
sure
just
it's
punches
unarmed.
it.
Yeah,
He just
rolls-
punches it.
It's an unarmed strike.
27.
Almost a natural 20.
That is 10 damage.
You uppercut it across the jaws. It Exodus and is glancing back, catching his stance. You gonna pound this thing into submission?
And then 5 more damage.
Almost dead. Iron Knight is up.
And
Oh, what else? I'm sorry, Sword. What else?
I was gonna end that ends my turn.
Okay, I thought you were gonna do some more key shit on me. Iron Knight's up.
And now he's gonna walk up.
Yeah, you can poke it over Exodus. Now, if you roll a 1,
And-
you hit Exodus, though, right?
I know.
I hear him walking up and I duck.
Yeah, maybe not good enough.
He's pretty much at the glaive like he's gonna spearfish this thing. So, well, he's going to attack it. Oh, almost won that one.
I don't see the roll.
It's a
12.
Oh, it must not refresh on my end. Yeah, you hit them. Roll damage.
Oh.
Sometimes I have to refresh the log.
I rolled a 3, so 14 damage.
Yeah, my log wasn't updating. I see you hit with a 14. Oh no, there's your damage.
What?
I see you roll a 12, and then you roll another d20 roll. You need to roll damage, right, with 14?
Yeah, I don't know why I did that. That was weird. 10 damage.
You take your glaive right over Exodus, and as he ducks just in time, and you cut it in twine. Combat is over.
I'm spearfishing. I'm impaling him. I got 3 of these ghouls impaled on this glaive.
Did anybody notice an amulet dropping in that fight?
Yeah, I was about to.
Yeah, I did.
Yeah, okay. OX is gonna take the ghouls to Delion and show her the amulets. Your magic was disabled by this.
Well, if all the creatures have this, it's a bigger problem down the line. So
I have idea. As OX grabs the amulet and pretty much walk towards the traps. As he extend his arm toward into the trap. Does the amulet react?
It begins to melt, and you take.
I'm pretty much just extending my arm into it, like the first trap.
Yeah, and your arm is made of metal.
Yeah, I'm just seeing if the amulet reacts to it.
Yeah, and you take damage.
All right.
You take 18 fire damage as the amulet melts into the water, and you see your hand begin to melt as well.
Should have put that on the edge of your weapon.
Did they all have amulets equipped? Did we notice that, or is it just a couple?
You look around next to it, and you kind of just generally look. All of the amulets kind of have. They all have all the amulets are there. They all have amulets.
And I missed. What did it do? Did it suppress Delion's magic?
Unknown.
Oh, okay.
Anything else in this room?
Orion will take one of the amulets and examine it, see if he can determine anything about it other than what we know to be obvious.
Ox already determined something. It does not disable own magic.
Rolling.
Yeah, I found out how to do the text and the
only disable holy magic.
Shift return creates text in the tailspire.
You kind of roll close, so I'll make a counter roll on you, Orion. I roll a 19 to counter your roll, so you don't understand the arcana.
Okay.
Whenever someone fails a roll, the DC goes up by 5.
Is there anything else in this room other than the ghouls?
If
someone wanted to assist with that,
you can roll it, Orion, if you want to use your charge. You want to use your chronomancy thing?
No.
Okay.
Not for that.
All right. I fucking suck, guys. I'm looking for my symbol for this thing, and I can't fucking find it. It's pissing me off.
So the tunnel is still trapped, right? If we have fire resistance, can we move through that easier? That's a better question.
It's fire damage.
The room beyond that sore, as you look around into it, make an investigation roll.
But -1 to these. Let's see. 12.
The room beyond that appears to be totally normal, flooded. The undead waited here. Strange.
I'm guessing this void pit isn't actually here.
Yeah, because I had to remove the wall.
Yeah. Okay.
Theater of the mind, isn't it incredible? You look ahead. Let me see if I have to reveal the next wall, though. The next room for you guys. Give me a second.
Do I have torch on?
Do you?
I mean, I'm not supposed to. I think I'm right.
Right-click your model, and then hit torch.
Oh, amazing.
Well, since no one's gonna check, OX is gonna go into that little cave where those ghouls are at.
Okay. What do you do?
Does he spot anything in there other than a small little crevices where these ghouls were hiding?
I'm gonna say accident. No, you don't spot anything. I mean, Sor was in there. Make an investigation roll. The DC goes up by 5.
All right.
Because Sor makes a roll and he fails. The failure incrementally
because I want to see if I can spot anything with blind sight.
Yeah, sure. You can just see normally because you're blind in there.
Yeah.
Because there's no torch. You're just feeling around the walls. So you don't get disadvantage on the roll. Unfortunately, no. Accident, though, you look with your dragon sense, your eyes, and you see the symbol. You recognize it.
Where do I?
From the amulets. And do you know what it is? Where it's from? Unfortunately, I can't find it. I can't pull it up. They don't have it linked correctly. It's a symbol you notice from. Over here. It's the symbol you recognize from the guys who wanted.
Emos?
No, it's the guys who wanted the fingers of Zeku, or the fingers of the mouthless one.
They had it on their cloaks or something.
Yeah.
All right.
Well, all the same, OX is going to grab one of those talismans.
Okay, you grab the talisman, add it to your character sheet.
Yeah.
Well, this just.
Orion will keep the one that he was examining as well.
Add it to your character sheet. And I'll have to link you guys a symbol, but I thought I had it. I'm just digging around for it. I have so many articles, guys, so sometimes it's hard for me to, unless I attach everything together and connect it all together, it's sometimes hard for me to find.
Stuff happens.
Yeah, but I'm hard on myself like that.
I hope you don't mind. I brought Chad over here.
Awesome. Hey, what's going on?
The hell did he walk through the trap?
Portals.
Portals.
I'm like one of those dwarves from God of War. I'll light my candle. I'll be right back.
Did the NPC hop?
Nah, I think Shut knows dimensional door. So. This water is green.
You see a pathway ahead, though, but Sor's usually the one leading the party. The stair leads up, and they lead apparently out of the water to a drier. It's drier up here. So there's some stairs here, and they lead up and out, and it's dry up there.
When the party is all together, though, I would ask generally to the party, is anyone else familiar with the symbol on these amulets?
Can I make a religion roll? Is there some sort of symbol?
Sure. Make a religion roll.
Not good. 8.
Down.
Oh, here we go. I found it.
The roll's not very good.
I found it. Not high enough, unfortunately. The DC goes up by 5, but this is what the amulet, the symbol looks like around their necks. A skull with a crown on it.
Sounds like some sort of lich or something, right?
It does. The Lich King.
That would be most fitting.
What are your
whoever they worship? They look badass. Fucking metal, dude.
Well, Ox is requesting new orders.
Well, I mean, we just have to. We're still heading along, right? We're still moving along, right?
Chad says over to Ox, at least your master didn't forget about you.
So, would you be so kind to continue?
We are going forward.
Do I have it revealed? I don't know if I do, Sor. That's why, like,
you do not. We just have a pit. All right, there we go.
Did it reveal? I'm sorry. I thought I had it revealed.
We got a hallway.
So it moves up and out into a dry area. And Sor, you move up a little bit farther, and you see like another hallway. And yeah. And you see a doorway at the end of this hallway. Here. You see it? Did I reveal it for you? There you go.
No.
There's a door. Like... There's a doorway here. There's a doorway right here. You can't see it because I'd have
nothing. Yeah.
I'm going to help you out. So I'm going to move you up here. And you see a doorway that leads to a room here. So that's how hidden hidden zones were kind of funny. As you open the door, so here's how it works, Sor. When you're checking around and there's a trap, so you're actively looking for traps and things like that as you're going through, right? If a trap goes off, we'll just make a roll, versus your perception kind of thing. But you're not a thief. You're not trained in the ways of traps, are you? Are you proficient in thieves' tools?
No, I'm proficient in disguise kit and a flute and a horn.
So, I mean, if a trap goes off, so you look into this room, and there's a silvery sheen on the floor, and there are 2 slits in the floor.
Huh. Can I see down there at all with my dark vision?
You walk into the room?
Feet. Yeah. Oop. There we go. Is it like ice or it's just silver?
You begin to fall forward and you uncontrollably begin to slip across. You bump, and you bump up and you slip into the trap.
Can I make a deck save to not do that?
No, because the floor is completely greased, basically. There's no saving throw.
Question, can I grab onto him before he slips with my glaive?
I mean, your model is not even close.
I thought we the same theater of the mind.
Yeah.
Well, now we got the models out now, boys.
All right.
So, I mean, unless Ox, are you trying to get out there? Put your model up. Show me how you're going to try to catch him.
Yeah.
Sounds like a lot of metagaming retcon going on here.
Well, you said theater of the mind. So.
Well,
you did,
and I went to start to remodel.
I'll revoke the theater of the mind as we've moved back into the model.
All right.
So he moves pretty far across. He begins to slip across. He bounces off the wall and into the pit.
Pretty much, I'm going to just like how I'm pretty much impaled those ghouls. I'm going to use my glaive to try to catch them by the clothing.
You're out of reach, but if you want to, you make an attack roll. If you roll, you just roll low. You're going to fall in.
Well, all right.
You're going to lose balance.
I'm going to try. I have reach of 10 feet. Let's see. 30-20.
Yeah. Sor, what's your AC?
15.
15. You reach out and you catch Sor, but as Sor goes into the pit, he cuts himself. Part of his feet comes off, but he catches onto the edge of the pole arm as Ox reaches it out just enough to catch him. You make a DC 15 con save. Sor.
15.
Pass. I'm
gonna pull him in.
You take 12 slashing damage, and you're pulled in.
Paper trap would have been better.
Yeah, it probably would have been.
You're 12. You feel like razors. Like you look at your feet. Your pants are all fucking cut to shit now, sore. But luckily, Ox was able to catch you with his pole arm.
I think he got cut as well by trying to grab the blade.
Like it cut my hand and my feet are all fucked up.
Not just that, your pants too. That's your only pair of pants your entire life.
I know, right? That's so sad.
How much damage did he take?
12.
Well, yeah.
Without going in the room, I want to feel the floor. Like, what is
I'm
it?
going to give him 5. I'm going to give him 5 with lay on hands.
Thank you very much.
Lay on hands.
I'm gonna move you back.
Yeah.
Exit
In
and
short,
moves up.
Ox's finger just pops open. He just sprays him.
It's kind of like in Dead by Daylight where you start to spray yourself with the Wesker juice.
Yep, exactly.
The Ouroboros thing or whatever, right? You touch the floor.
Wait a minute, Dead by Daylight. That's Resident Evil.
I know they put it in the game though. Exit in. You being to touch the floor. This is some slippery ground.
Is it like solid slippery or wet slippery?
It's like a silvery sheen. It's like solid slippery.
All right.
Think of like the most sheen ice you've ever experienced, but it's not cold to the touch.
I'll try to hit it with my maul as hard as I can. Does it do anything to the floor?
No.
All
It
right.
chips off maybe a little bit. You feel it pound into the floor, but it's again like this place was built, to avoid destruction.
Who here thinks you can carry us across? If you were theoretically flying, who here's the strongest?
Is there a torch? Is there a torch holder on the other side of that room?
Over here? Like over here?
All the way to that wall over there? Yeah.
You see a door? There's no torch festoons in here.
But there's a door right there?
There's a door at the other end.
So Orion's going to take out of his pack a rope. He's going to hand one end to exit in. And then he's going to fly over to the door and tie the strongest knot he possibly can to the doorknob of that door.
They tell you where the door is. Do you have a torch now, Orion?
I will take a torch with me if someone will light one up for me.
Who gives Orion a torch?
I'll give him a torch.
So yeah, I will fly over here, tie up to that door right there.
Okay.
And
you
then,
tie it to the... yeah, you tie it to the door. I'm using the model. I'm going to say there's a door handle there, yeah.
And then I will set the torch on the ground right over there, so it's out of the way.
Set the torch on the ground.
Yep.
It begins to slip into the pit. The torch is lost into the pit.
All right, I fly back.
Remove the torch from your character sheet. Whoever's using torches.
I already did.
Cool.
Can I see if I can impale my glaive into the ice to see if I can make myself a way to hold myself?
You pierce it in.
Anchor.
It slips right off as you try to pierce it in.
So I can't make an anchor then.
Why don't you tie the other end of the rope to the door right there?
Yeah, I'm tying this end of the rope.
Well, it's not a feature that doesn't. It's not ice, right? It's just smooth, right?
It's just smooth. So as long as you hold onto the rope, you should be good.
So if I create, let's say, if I create 10 gallons of water, right, and spread it with water, and would be slushing through water, it wouldn't be slippery anymore. Is that correct?
It'd be slippery underneath the water.
Okay.
Unless you have control water or shape water, then you can ice it and create a little like traction marks on it.
I guess I could try to burn it, but it's not ice, so it's irrelevant.
Yeah. Just use the rope. That's why I did that.
Okay.
Won't hold us as we move over the pit.
Well, you'll have to jump. Oh,
we can't jump on slippery surface.
Well, you can jump on a slippery surface. It's just you'll have to use the rope to help guide you for direction. Just like ice skating, you can jump.
I don't know how good at ice skating you are.
I can jump. It's the landing that I won't do so well with. That's where the rope comes in. The jumping part's easy.
OS, I can hold on to the rope. Someone can make some anchor on the wall.
I already anchored it to the other side. It's anchored on both sides now.
Where did you anchor it to the other side? You tied it to the other
on the
handle
doorknob, remember?
Okay.
Part of the door that will not cause it to swing while we're using it.
So that's nice and tight.
So you tie it tight to the outside or inside of the door?
On the hinges so it doesn't swing closed while we're using it.
You wrap it around the door in between the hinges?
I'm assuming, what are the hinges going to look like? They're strong enough to hold, let's say 300 pounds?
Yeah, I think so.
Wait, are you calling me light? How dare you?
Well, approximately how much does Ox weigh?
450 pounds, not including his items.
Well, the tension on a rope reduces it by like half, so you're good. Just don't let go.
You don't have to worry about that.
But you're going by yourself.
How dare you?
Sora's just gonna grab the rope and make his way across.
Actually, I'm gonna follow Sora because obviously
Sora go first. Sora gets on. He has to slip across as you hold onto the rope. I'm gonna have you make a dex save as you cross each one of these.
That's fair.
It's really slippery. You're able to kind of slip your way across. Make another dex save as you try to jump over and slip to hold your footing.
Natural 20, 28.
Okay, you're up to the door here, but you're slipping around a little bit.
I'm just grabbing onto the, still holding onto the rope.
Okay, you're inside the slippery room. I put your model out. You see where I have your model?
Okay, I guess I'll open. Oh, man. Open the nothing balance out of the door. I'm going to open the door.
Don't open the door yet.
He opens the door and he walks through. And it's like a hallway.
Okay, and I'll stay there.
Okay. I'll follow Sora because I'm light and also I'm very dexterous. And also need to help him with perception.
So you have to make 2 saves, Delian.
Sure.
And I'm going to position myself right here while I'm flying. If somebody falls, I'm going to immediately cast Vortex Warp, and I'm going to teleport them to the other side.
Vortex War is not a reaction spell, so you have to hold the spell and waste a spell slot. Do you want to do that?
No.
Okay.
Is that a
make a dex
just
save.
A regular dex save?
Make a dex save, yes.
Sora, what's the range on Flightfall or Featherfall?
Featherfall is 60 feet.
Okay.
14.
DC is 15, so you fail. You fall into the first pit. What do you want to do, Orion? You want to cast your thingies? Any spells?
I think someone just mentioned they had Featherfall, so let's do that.
Sora casting Featherfall here?
Featherfall on Delian.
Can I try again what I did? Can I do the same thing I did to Sora?
Why is the
DC
use
so
the
high? Back end this time.
It's 15. It's not that high for level 9s. Come on. Stop complaining.
I don't know.
Stop your bitching. Sora casts Featherfall. Featherfall really has no effects because you just fall and take no damage at the bottom of the pit. So you don't take
it slows the fall down.
It just slows the fall down. Delian does yeah, you can use your reaction. You extend your pole arm out to try to catch.
Instead of using a blade, I'm using a blunt end.
Roll the attack roll against Delian. Her AC, I believe, is 20?
18.
It's 18.
Sorry.
Well, let's see if I get it. No, it's a 15.
No, you miss. Delian falls in. She lets go of the rope as she slips away. She takes 1 piercing damage, and you see razors everywhere in the interior of the pit. There's just razors from floor to bottom. Delian has the light effect on her, so we need to add that effect to her.
Well, I know what Ox is going to be doing. This is going to hurt.
Delian doesn't want to move at all to cut herself further. Delian makes a con save, DC 15.
18.
You pass.
My con's not very good.
You pass.
Okay. Okay. At this point, I will go ahead and cast the vortex,
On who?
and I will teleport Delian to the other side.
Okay. Use a spell slot. Cool. Boom. We're over there. Who's up next?
I'll be honest.
Next slightest weight is Anto.
Oh, yeah, I forgot him last.
My turn.
Anto grabs the rope, starts to slip a little bit on the floor.
What before?
But wait. Yeah, before I do that, I got a plan. Since
Okay.
I got my own rope, I'm going to tie a rope by my waist, and I'm going to tie it around the other rope so I can just slide across.
Good idea.
Kind of like how they do with climbers and stuff.
Mm-hmm.
Yep.
And that way he can't fall either.
Yeah, I'll have you make the dex roll with dex. So the razors are. It's a pretty big pit though, Anto. I like what you're thinking. So you get the saving throw with advantage.
All right.
But you could still cut yourself a little bit as you trip along the edge of it.
The dex saving throw with advantage is what I need because I got -3. Let's go.
So you fail on the first one.
Can he use athletics instead?
No, it's a dexterity saving throw. It's a saving throw effect. And athletics is strength based. This is like you're slipping across, has nothing to do with strength. It's all about agility. You fail the first one, but you don't fall in because you've tied yourself around. But you still take
2200.
You take 11 slashing damage and make a con save DC 15, and you continue to move down to the next one. I'm assuming, correct?
I would say his planning for the rope would make it athletics, but
athletics is strength based because he's still slipping across the floor, which is all
right.
about
But
dexterity.
he could carry himself on the rope. He doesn't even have to.
He doesn't even need it. He doesn't need to roll athletics because he doesn't have a chance to even fall in having the rope tied to himself.
I'm fine with just having an advantage because dexterity is bad for me, so it's good.
Roll
Constitution 7.
Yes, make a con save now, please. DC 15.
18.
Pass. Now you make one final dex save with advantage right as you jump over the next hole. If you don't like the roll, Orion, have him re-roll it.
I'll do it.
It's fine.
Okay.
you're within 10 feet of me.
7.
He is on the other side now.
Okay.
So you fail again, and you make it, but you're able to pull yourself in, but you do cut yourself again on the rim because you're just slipping really badly. Anto, even with the rope tied around you, prevents you from falling in. But the razors go right up to the ends of the wall. They cover the entire wall, and they're at the very bottom too. You take 4 slashing damage to make another con save. DC 15.
4 slashing damage and a con save. Let's go. Oh no, 11.
You fail. I will tell you the result in a minute. Who wants to go next?
I will go next.
Wait a second. Wait. What was it? I got something here for that. Wait.
You failed.
I never have the chance.
Okay. Does Orion want to make him reroll it?
It's a reroll for me, actually. I can't find it here.
Because you have the lucky feat?
No, it's I can re-roll a saving throw that you fail. You must use the new roll.
Yep, it's a fighter thing.
Indomitable, I think it's called.
Indomitable will or something like that. Yeah.
You have a certain amount of charges per day or something like that?
Yeah, once per long rest.
Probably good use of Indomitable.
Yeah, I'm gonna use it for this one.
If everybody's injured, I might cast a spell later, and then we can just get healed over time, over a minute.
Reroll the saving throw. Right? You're using Indomitable. You have a charge per long rest or something, I heard someone say. I'm trying to look at other stuff as well.
All right, 27.
Pass, so you're able to resist it. As you take a deep breath, you push whatever poison that was entering your system out. Your heart begins to beat faster. Who's up next? Accident?
Yeah. I'm going to put I'm going to use a small end of chain on the end of the rope to link together, and I'm going to do a long jump to get across the first pit from where I have stable floor and do a diagonal long jump while holding onto the chain attached to the rope.
Tarzan moment.
What type of roll do you want to make? You want to make a dex save with advantage?
Athletics for long jump.
Yeah, roll with that athletics.
And then the next pit, I'll do the acrobatics check with the chain to hold myself up. And
you're trying to pull yourself up with the chain, but at the floor, it's like you're skittering. Your feet are just skittering around like on the floor, right?
Yeah.
You can't even catch you can't even catch it. You failed anyways. You take damage. Take the razors, begin to cut into your flesh. Old rusty razors, covered under blood. You take 3 slashing damage, but you resist whatever effect. Ox is up last. At least the rope is still here. You know, it's still tied to this or whatever, right?
Yeah, he's gonna do the same thing that Anton did, try to make himself a counterweight.
Okay.
As he's
by using a rope.
Yeah.
Against a 300-pound target.
He's only 450. So
we'll make a roll, a d20 roll. If you roll every time you try to jump over the pit, if you roll a 5 or lower, the rope snaps.
Well, whatever the case is, if he falls in, it's not really an issue.
Okay. Roll. You try to make the first jump. Is that what you're trying to do? As you saw Exit and try to jump it off?
No, he's trying to do what Anton did with the counterweight.
Okay. Roll a dex save with advantage.
All right. What a waste of a 20.
Pass, but then roll a d20. If you roll a 5 or less, the rope snaps.
Oh, even with a 20? Oh.
Yeah.
The rope snaps because of his weight?
Yes, because he's a huge machine. Then you make another dex save as you try to pull yourself to the other side with advantage, right?
Uh, 16.
Pass, then roll the d20 to see if it snaps. You successfully get to the other side.
Yeah.
Passes. Everything works. Ox just.
Is that everybody?
That's got to be some quality rope.
Where's Chad at? Is Chad coming?
Oh, fuck yeah, he's coming.
He teleports.
Where's Chad at? You left him back there.
Dimension door.
He finds shortcuts that we do not notice.
Chad is here.
Hey,
you forgot about me. I don't got no rope, though. Boss, you gonna hand me a rope, or
just
you want me to stay here?
Wrap your legs around the rope too. Use your hands and your legs, and don't touch the floor.
Oh God,
it's a pretty good idea. I think I can do it. What do you think?
What does he have? What does he have?
I think that turns it into a pure strength thing because you're climbing instead of.
Orion, can you just use Magians to grab the rope that we use and give it to
orders.
him?
What? It's already tied. I never untied the rope.
The extra rope to
It's
counterweight.
kind of heavy though, guys. I mean, we're talking about 300 pounds plus on a rope.
Yeah.
Hey,
All right, I'll bring the rope over there.
If it managed to hold 450 pounds, I think it can hold 300.
I'm going to tell him to try and get halfway.
I'll carry the rope over. That's not a problem.
Well, hold on. Let's go to Soar. The rope doesn't bring extra rope over him. Doesn't really matter because he. Oh, so you want to do the rope thing like we did with deck save with advantage?
Yep.
That's what they want to do. I don't care.
What do you think, Soar? Is that what we're doing?
Yeah, and then once it gets halfway, I'm gonna use lightning lore and just pull him over here.
Okay, all right. Make the first deck save with advantage as he tries to jump over.
Deck save with advantage. He is a -1. Let's see. I gave him disadvantage by accident. Ignore that.
So you rolled a 10.
Yeah.
Plus 0, he fails, so he gets cut. Takes 1 piercing damage. Make a con save with him.
He got a 6.
Fails, so let's move up to the next one.
And I'm just lightning lure him.
Lightning lure, roll an attack roll against him. He's like, boss, don't do that. Don't hurt me.
It's just a strength save.
You have to roll. No, you have to roll an attack roll though against him, don't you? He fails the saving throw.
I don't think there's a strength save. I think it's just automatic movement if you make the hit.
He willingly fails the save, but you have to hit him.
Damage, though.
You have to hit him though, Soar. You have to hit him. AC.
Do not complain. Follow orders.
Soar, you can roll the attack with advantage against his AC. That's right. I mean, he's still slipping across the floor a little bit, guys.
There's no to hit with lightning or it's just.
Oh, it's a strength save? You snap
Yeah,
him
it's just a
across,
strength
do the
save.
lightning damage.
He takes.
poor
Oh, he
poor
takes
Chad.
11 lightning damage.
Slap. Ugh! Boss! Take it easy. I made it.
Complete mission.
I don't
Only
feel so good,
mission.
though. The fucking razor cut me.
Ox is gonna lift up his glaive. Should I put you out of misery?
He's gonna cast Cure Wounds on himself.
I feel a lot better.
He gets back 6 HP.
We take another 10-minute rest for everybody.
Well, how badly is hurt is everybody?
Oh, he's immune to disease if that matters.
Does
I'll
anybody
tell you. I have to. I'm looking it up to see what happens.
is anybody down a bunch of hit points?
I'm
My
I'm,
temp
10
HP
I'm
is
103
gone.
out of 121, so I think I'm
Hold
fine.
on just a second.
It is a disease, so he is immune sore.
Nice. Chad Chuddington.
I'm stronger than this, so boss. Thanks for bringing me on this adventure. I feel so brave and heroic. Jumping that trap was a highlight. But just stop leaving me behind. I don't want to miss anything good, you know?
Oh, he's gonna look at exiting.
All right.
New blood.
I'm just going to leave the rope attached there. That way we have a way back.
I just sigh in agreement.
He's a paladin of Methil, by the way, so.
Can't you believe it? That fucking guy told us our god was dead? That's fucked up.
Yeah, I mean the reason I asked about healing was because I can cast an aura of vitality and then I could heal 2d6 for each round for a minute, depending on how much each person is hurt.
Are we rolling on... healing anybody, Delian?
I don't know. I'm asking, like, is it a lot of people hurt all at once? In which case I could do the healing all at once.
My temp
Doesn't
HP
sound like
is just gone.
everybody's hurt, so.
Yeah, I think pretty much everyone's fine.
Everybody's hurt somewhat? No?
I'm 103 out of 21, so I think I'm fine.
Okay.
Only missing 1 HP now. All my temp HP is just gone.
This is just a light one over here, so it's all good.
All right, let's keep going then.
Oh yeah, about Mitra. OX is looking at him. Why follow Mitra? Follow dogma. True paradise.
We allowed to go back to theater of the mind, or are we still stickling on the models here?
We're using the models.
All right.
I'm just trying to catch up, guys. There's just a lot happening.
You caught me while I was editing OX3.
There's a right and a left path here. And yep.
Can we get the torch to move up?
What torch? The torch that fell in
the human torch. Delian?
Yeah, I'm picking Delian up again.
Yeah, you have to move my token because I gotta start leaving in about 8 minutes.
So DM, can I move Delian with me? I'm just picking up like a lantern.
I will give you permission of his model.
All right. So I picked up Delian like a lantern.
Yeah.
Okay, there he is. You look to the left and to the right. There's pathways going both ways.
All right, gang, let's split up. No, let's not do that.
Shut up, Velma.
Velma.
Assuming the original 3 paths converge to a single point, right would be the most logical choice.
That's long.
That is a big assumption, but I'm fine with it since I see nothing to give us evidence that we should go a different way.
Isn't there like
we
a
can flip
sound?
coin.
Can we like try to listen if we can hear something going on in either way?
We're rolling the random encounters chart. I'm gonna roll twice because we've spent quite a bit of time in here. All right, you look. Make a perception roll, Anton.
We're gonna be encountered by lonelies.
Perceptions. Let's go. I'm quite good at those. 23.
Steve, are you trying to enter in through Zoom mobile or something?
Yeah, because just as I'm moving, I can still listen.
Okay, try to leave this chat right here and then join with the other phone, right?
Yeah, no problem. Hold on just a second.
Thanks, buddy. He's here in spirit, guys. Now that is some dedication D&D right there, guys.
Oh, yes.
I'm gonna
So whatever bullshit
like
excuse you guys give me next time, just remember Steve here. In JFK, putting hell and high water. You got him on your back. You make a perception roll, Anton. You hear water flowing to the right.
Nothing to the left.
To the left, it's silent.
So are we supposed to follow water or silence?
I do not know. Unknown. Where is the blade? Maybe in deeper.
I'm actually going to cast Locate Object. And I'm going to cast Locate Object. And I'm going to try to locate sword artifacts.
Sword artifacts. You cast a
sword
spell.
artifacts. Mm-hmm.
Cool. You cast a spell. How do you cast a spell? Locate object.
Or pixie dust?
No.
Satanic on fire?
Everyone loses something, Orion.
Are we going to sacrifice Anto?
That's life. Sometimes it's just the little things, and sometimes it's the little things that mean the most. What makes the loss is not important. It's the knowledge that something is missing.
Orion makes a circle with his hand, and in the circle, he expands it. And as it expands, it becomes a sort of map, so to speak, with a radar type blip in it. And he looks to see where the radar blip goes.
Boop. Boop. It's pointing to the south.
What's the south?
South and down, south and up, south and
to the left.
South and a little down.
This one.
I
go left.
I need an arrow for south.
Use the compass on the map, right?
Oh shit!
Left.
I didn't even notice it was
Yeah,
there.
it's to the left over here.
I'm not forgetting you now, Chad. Come
My
on.
people need me.
So
Thanks,
short,
balls.
OX is just leading the charge.
We lost Delian somehow. I think he got on the airplane, so he's just like, boom, I'm out. All right.
There's an abyss. All right, let's Antoine jump in there.
The room is dark in here.
Yeah, I need light.
It's really dark. It's an aquarium of some kind. You're looking down to an enormous chamber defined by terrace steps that the ring of the entire area is descended downward and to a central enclosure. A few feet to the south of the door, water laps at the edge of the stone floor. Looking to the side, you can see that the ring of the terraces that lie beyond a 10-foot deep ring of water held by a nearly transparent wall. Another one of these watery steps of the terrace, somewhat lower than the first. At the level in between these aquariums, the terrace, the steps are dry, but the area is still enclosed by a glassy wall like the others. So
you're gonna have to help me with my miniature.
This is a pretty complex room, no doubt about it. It's hard to even fucking describe.
Well, my mouse is giving me problems too, so
it is what it is.
It is what it is.
So what it is that imagine there is, if I use my flashlight, there are like steps. My flashlight sucks for this model for some reason too. You can see my flashlight is like going away. And inside of each of these, it's like a living aquarium. And there are all kinds of creatures floating inside of it.
Swimming.
OX does not need air. OX can go search.
Same here, but I'm scared to jump in there.
not press tab.
Or we can use Anton as bait to lure in any enemies out.
I think it sounds better if you do it. You can withstand blows. You're tough.
But OX does not have the red juice.
South and down, huh? Oh boy.
My little tomatoes, sacrifice yourself for OX.
Make a perception roll, whoever wants to make it.
Who has the best perception?
He's walking to a plane right now.
I think.
It's either going to be me or it's going to be Delian.
I got a good perception too, so.
I have a 16 passive.
I got an 18 passive of perception.
Oh, then go for it.
Don't fail me now. It failed me. So it's pretty dark for me, so.
So all in favor of wrapping a rope around Anton onto my javelin and use him as a lure?
No.
Yeah, I still need you to move Orion for me, please.
Let's find Orion. Orion is gone. He like jumped off the map for some reason. Let me move you back.
Oh my.
So
thank you.
So DM, can we have Delian roll for us?
So no, I mean he's just not here, guys. Anto rolls a 23.
Wait, what?
You rolled a perception roll.
A 12.
I'm looking your check. You rolled a 15 plus 8 on your perception, right? Oh, I see. You rolled a 12.
That's the last one. That's
but
from
who else
previous.
wants to make the roll? Everybody can make the roll if they want to for perception because everybody has eyes. Even Chad can roll.
I'm going to try with my +1.
I fear no one. Chad says.
Chad got a 17.
Also got a 17.
Orion and Chad, Chad's like looking over and he says, "You first." Over to Orion. Orion looks over the edge. It's difficult to see. Orion, are you using your torch?
Yes.
Okay. So we'll add a little torch.
What the hell? Mosquito just popped up.
Who gives Orion a torch?
I'll give him another torch.
Orion, the mighty Regent King, is polo as a fucking... Who knows? He has no crown, and he's spent all his money on his amulet.
Oh, God. I just realized if Orion flies over this thing and a giant fish try to jump at him, it'll be funny as hell.
Funny for who?
For everyone.
There is... like each of the rooms are filled with glass. Like Orion, you're looking like it's like a glassy substance that's holding the tanks in place.
Okay.
This is so fucking weird. Okay. So I'm looking at the picture because this is fucked up. It's better if I show you a picture because this is so difficult to explain or even understand what the fuck's going on here.
Is it supposed to be like an aquarium or something?
This is what it looks like. And if you get close to it, something's going to attack you. So I'll back you guys up a little bit. I've read this thing literally like 5 or 6 times, and I don't understand it. I'm like, what the fuck is going on
it's
here?
Like a
Where are you posting
weird kind of...
I posted it in the thing. So I'm going to do it like this. There's glass in the interior of the aquarium. And then on the outside, it's like floating water on the outside, which you guys can see. And if I look on the map, that's not really how it's done.
Because the
This
whole
is pretty
thing
extravagant.
Yeah, the whole thing looks like it's filled with water.
Okay,
It's very...
I got it.
Yeah.
Why don't we try this? Remember what our resident monk did to those ghouls? They shocked the water a bit. Wouldn't that cause anything that's under there waiting for us to react so it would show itself?
I mean, I don't think my lightning has that much reach. And like lightning usually spreads horizontal on water. It doesn't go vertically, really.
No, I mean like pretty much if anything's an ambush predator, they would be waiting on the water surface.
So it's dangerous to get near this water, right? I've moved you guys into a position where it's not dangerous, but if you guys start moving closer to the water, then something will happen. And let me look at the thing. At the very bottom of the tank, Orion, you're like flying around a little bit. With the
I'm
torch.
trying to. Actually, I would like to go higher.
Some of this is theater of the mind. The room is a little higher, right? But you fly up over this tank, over the lip of this floating water in front of you.
Uh-huh.
And you look down at the very bottom. There is a doorway.
South and down, it said, so we got to go through this.
And there's a doorway at the very bottom of the tank. At the bottom, Ryan makes a perception roll with disadvantage.
Okay, let me roll.
You're all a natural 1. I'm not going to be super cruel, but you see something is down there at the very bottom of this thing. And you just fly right down, so you like don't spook it. You know, you don't know. It's kind of like, even though you do roll a natural 1, I don't want to jimmy you on everything, right?
Right.
Well, I wouldn't fly down anyway.
Exactly.
Especially if I can't see anything.
The picture is pretty good for describing this very complex room. So there's glass in the interior, and there is like water or something flowing from the outside of this thing. It's weird. If you get close to the water, something's going to come out maybe and bite you.
DM, I got a question.
Yeah.
Can Orion pretty much tell how deep the water is? Like how deep to the door?
Well, yeah, I'd be able to see from the other side that it's probably about 10 feet down, 10 to 15 feet.
I see how it is. So there's like a tank of water like on the lip here. Like this is a lip tank. This is the lip of the tank. And right here is another lip of the tank of water. So this is water, this is water, this is water, and at the very bottom is solid. The most complex room I've ever done in my entire D&D career, guys. And it's already making.
So does it have like several tiers like your picture does? Because your picture looks like
you look at the map.
1, 2,
Orion,
3, 4 tiers.
You're concentrating on the spell still too, as you like pull out the map to see the locate object spell.
Mm-hmm.
It's directly to the south, down.
We gotta go down this and get to that door.
We most certainly do.
I have an idea. As OX pops one of the slots that's around his abdomen, as he pulls out a potion, both of them. Potion of growth. As he hands one to Exodus, we use grow in size, then tried to deter any attackers as we proceed to the next door.
Require both of us to use these resources.
I cannot carry more than 2 people at a time, unless they want to grab onto my shoulders and hang on for dear life.
If you take the potion of growth.
Now, I'm pretty much giving him the potion and pretty much explaining my plan.
Okay.
All right, I'll go with the plan.
Question, though. I know I do not breathe. How long can any of you hold your breath?
I'm made of air. I don't really have to breathe.
Yeah, and what's our constitution mod for breathing?
It's just under the suffocation effect. So you're trying to jump in the water at all?
I'm hoping we don't land in the water.
You want to jump over the water? So the thing is, it's like a tank of water exiting. How are you? So I know what's going on now. I've read this thing 3 or 4 times. I kind of get it. And you guys went into a direction, of course, I wasn't super prepared on. I thought you guys were going to go in one of the other 2 ways. So you guys got me.
Mo wins again.
You got me again, you sneaky little players. I tried to prepare as much as I could, but you develop this huge dungeon. You're like, oh, I know everything except for this little area because they'll never go there.
Dude, that's studying for exams, man.
So, are we going to be doing this or what?
So what are you guys? So there's 3 tanks. At the very top of the tanks is water. So to merely say, "Hey, I'm jumping down," you would literally have to jump down onto the edge of the glass, and successfully jump down to the next edge of the glass, and so on. You know, and it's
That might
be
be a
tricky.
little tough.
I'm going to say each one it requires an acrobatics roll DC 20. Or you fall back.
What's the roof look like?
Then I'll make a 50-50
You hate the
roll.
athletics people.
What's the roof look like? Is there anything where we could attach a rope to the middle of the roof, like right in the center of this thing?
No. Great question.
What's the roof made of?
Stone.
If 2 people would like to gently float across this instead of jumping into it, let me know.
I can fly over and down, so I can avoid all of this.
Yeah, that's why I've given myself an exit in the potion of growth to try to give us some kind of leverage to this.
We spend 10 minutes debating this. I roll in a random encounters chart every 10 minutes. No effect at this time.
So what's the plan for this though? I've given you my 2 cents.
I think trying to jump over it is not a bad idea with the potion of strength carrying 2 people that can't make the jump. But
that's going to be like a 40-foot
that's a
fall or
really
something.
expensive use of potions just to do one small task. So I would say we probably want to try to do it with rope or chain if we can, because it's 10 feet across, right? There's nothing that's tethered, so it would have to be rope.
We can try to tight rope it by attaching on one side to the other and try to walk across. That itself has its own dangers.
Can Orion scout down a little bit into the center pit and see what's down there?
You want him to fly out a little bit with the torch?
Yeah.
So I'll go up higher. So I'm up above the water, much higher, like maybe
so you
10
fly
or 15 feet.
Yeah, you're flying 10 feet above. Here's
and then I'll come over to the middle, and then I'll drop down straight down the middle, about 20 feet, so I can see.
You just have your torch out though, right? So you can't see beyond.
Yeah, right.
You can see dim lighted that amount. I will try to do the flying cheese with you if I can. I just don't know how buggy it's going to be, because I've noticed with flying it can be kind of buggy. So I'm going to move you to like here, right? And then I'm going to use my little measuring tool to see kind of what's going on. And you can't see them, so they're going to get advantage on the attack. And they're surprising you. So then I'm going to do the surprise round right now, and then we'll roll initiative. As you fly up out of it, let me take a look here. They get
so I just got that far, and then they already attacked me.
Yeah, don't move your model. That's where we just keep them. You can't see them beyond the length of the torch. That's why I'm doing it. That's why I measured it out. So whatever. So I didn't fly you all the way down where the monsters are at, but I'm going to do a ton of attacks onto Orion. Orion gets hailed a hail of spikes into him. I'm going to do 3 attacks each, so 9 attacks in total.
Remember, I have my mage armor on.
What's your armor class?
Becomes 13, 14, 15.
15, so that's a first attack, right? Second attack, I hit you with a 19. You can't see the... Oh, I roll with advantage since they're surprising you. So I roll a 19 on the first attack. They hit you for 11 piercing. That's the first one.
Surprises advantage?
Yes, because you can't see the target, but they can see you.
Okay, because they're invisible then.
Well, they're invisible to you because they're out of your line of sight. Someone's attacking you from the darkness.
Okay, that's fine.
Well, I mean, that's true, Orion. You can still see the spikes coming at you, but it is sort of a surprise attack.
However you want to roll it, it's fine.
I'll be nice. The first half of the first 2 guys will get advantage. The last guy won't.
Okay.
Does that sound okay?
That's fine.
You sure? Okay. This is first attack of 9, so 6 of the attacks will have advantage. The rest of them won't.
Okay.
Second attack at advantage. I roll another 19, so another 6 piercing. The last attack.
Okay, so the first attack was 6, and the second attack was 6 as well.
First attack was 11. The second one was 6. Okay. The last one hit misses you.
Okay.
This is the second batch of 3.
Okay.
1. I roll a natural 20 with the advantage. I'll roll to see if I super crit it. I do not. You take 19 piercing.
All right.
Make a DC 15 con save or take a stack of exhaustion. As one of the spikes hails into you, into your heart, or into one of your wings.
Natural 1. I will re-roll that.
Yeah, but you don't. If there's no negative to rolling a natural 1, but you want to spend your ability to re-roll.
There's no negative.
When you have
to play on failing,
there's no critical fail on saving throws. Now, here's the thing: if you are surprised, technically, you get no reaction.
There's no reaction. Okay, that's fine. Then never mind.
This is just for the first these attacks. So you take a stack of exhaustion, right? So you just have -1 to all your rolls, right?
Okay.
Pretty much, and your spell save DC. So that was my first one, right, guys? Of the second batch. Second one, I just rolled 23 for another 11 piercing.
Jesus Christ.
And the last one, I miss. So now these ones are not at advantage, Orion, okay? You feel the hail of things coming at you. You can't see what's hitting you with the torch out, but you feel like one of the spikes comes right through your wings. It's pretty large too, right? But it's like a hail of spikes just flying up at you. Okay, here we go.
Keep going.
Second attack is just so this is not at advantage. You take another 11 piercing because I roll a 21.
Okay.
And the second, this is the second one. I roll pretty well again for another 4 piercing.
Okay.
Last attack. I'm rolling just pretty good, Orion. I roll a 24. And you take another 11 piercing.
Orion falls to the ground.
Falls into the tank of water. What do you guys do? Should we roll initiative?
Yeah.
Yeah, I think we should.
Wait, I thought I was past the water.
I have you just flying kind of above the water, and so I dropped you into the...
I had myself...
That's where I
was imagining I was close to the middle of the pit, but okay.
So what I did is I flew you out here.
Oh, okay.
This is where your guy was. You drop, flying. I'll make a sploosh to the thing.
Oh, he's not in the water part. He's on the
So
I thought I was past it, yeah, because I wouldn't have dropped down over the water. I would have been as high as possible.
It's the way. So this is the way I was. So here's the way I heard Orion talk about his plan. He flew up near the ceiling. He flew out. Then he got attacked, and then he dropped into the water.
Oh, okay.
You see how it works?
If I didn't make it I didn't make it, I didn't make it. That's fine.
You could because you said you wanted to fly out and then down.
Right. I wanted to go as high as possible, fly out to the middle, and then I would go down.
It's just the dark vision thing. It killed you, man. That's what it's got.
All right.
It's just that you couldn't see what was attacking you.
What killed him was accident.
Right now, there's nothing in combat. Orion is floating on top of the water. Should we roll initiative, guys, or what's going on?
Hell yeah!
I mean, I'm going to go get Orion.
I'm going to go try to do rescue mode.
So let's we'll have the initiative count. I don't have this encounter prepared, so we'll manually roll it. There's a shit ton of creatures in here, but I'm just going to put the creatures that are relevant out. I'm not going to reveal the other creatures quite yet, but I will put the crab in there, which is just called Giant Scorpion. I will roll initiative with him. I roll a 16. So again, we'll just do alternating initiative. So everybody rolls. We have Exodus with the 14. Orion also rolls, even though he's unconscious.
Oh, I know.
Now, originally in the 6E rules, Orion, surprise doesn't really work that way. Surprise would just give me advantage on the initiative roll, so there is no quote-unquote surprise round. So you don't just get dunked on immediately like that in the surprise attack. You understand?
I got a 3. That's really high for me.
We can talk about it more, Orion, after the game.
Yeah, I'm fine with it. However, like I said, however you
Anto
want to roll
rolls
it,
a 3.
I'm good with it.
Anto rolls a 14. Cardinal is kind of not here, so I'll put her last. Iron Knight rolls a
15.
15.
I gotta roll for Chad.
Roll for Chad. Chad goes last.
I recently just
I
finished
forget.
Orion's character detail. I'm not letting him die yet.
Well, save his ass.
I'm gonna do.
You guys sent out the
harpoon.
Wizard of Scout, guys.
Yeah, no, what do you mean? No, hold on. Don't you put we in there. It was he.
I think I got the initiative count right.
Hey, I agreed to go.
Sword
I
rolls a
agreed to
6.
go, so.
What did Orion roll? At 13, so I got him here. Then I have this is the correct initial. I rolled a 16. I don't think anybody beat me, so the crab goes up first. I'm not going to be super dirty. I'll roll a perception roll with the crab. Orion can roll a stealth roll to beat me. The crab to notice you.
What are you talking about? I'm already down.
I know. We're doing this as a counter roll. I roll a 9, so the crab maybe comes up and starts eating you.
Okay.
So I just don't want to make a straight roll. I roll a 5. I'm sorry. I roll a wisdom save. Yeah, I roll a wisdom check. I roll a 5. You have to roll a stealth roll, Ryan, and you have to beat me. Because you're still kind of just a tiny fairy just fluttering to the surface, even though you have got impaled. The crabs are not like ultra intelligent. They're not just going to come out and start devouring you.
12.
So the crab doesn't even hear you as you fall into the water with the spike impaled through your wing. So the crab's turn is up, right? Iron Knight is up.
Well, I'm gonna activate Cowboy Protocol.
You can't even see Orion because you're blind.
Yeah.
Cowboy Protocol.
Yeah, because the light went out when I went down.
It does as you go into the water.
So, can I figure out like the location where you dropped possibly?
You see how it works. You don't have a torch on, do you? You were carrying Delian on the way it was understood is you're carrying Delian. But Delian is probably put down, like that's where she is. She's going to stay in back. As you enter near the, you're getting close to the edge, right?
Yeah.
I will not put the other creatures out as you start getting hailed on by spikes. Yeah. Just like what happened to Orion.
So they're not within 10 feet of me, right?
They're not. I'm going to just put them out as alternating initiative.
Okay. So go ahead, hail on me.
I mean, I don't know what you guys are going to do. I mean, I'm just going to do one attack from each of them as they prepare the attack, right?
Yeah.
Okay. I'm going to roll it with advantage, just like I did with Orion, because you can't see the target. Okay.
But I was expecting it because after watching Orion get...
Your shield is up, but you don't know where the spikes are coming from. You can't see the target out there.
Yeah, I know. I understand that. I'm just saying, I know there's something there, but...
By ready, all it means is you're an initiative, but you still can't see the target out there.
Yeah. So okay. I'm still going to shot. I'm just saying.
I'm only getting one attack, though, because it's just a ready to attack action onto you. The first one, I roll a 23 with advantage.
Yeah, you beat me by 1.
Take 10 piercing damage. I roll the second one. I didn't hit with that one. The third one, I didn't hit either. Your turn is still up, Iron, though, because you just walk to the edge of the ledge. You look around. Do you want to make a perception roll? Orion is sort of like a tiny little fairy, but he did have a torch on him.
Yeah, I'm going to try to spot him.
The torch goes out. Make a perception roll. We'll say the DC is like...
God, he rolled on a 19, didn't hit to a 3.
God, you can't see him. Is that the end of your turn, Iron?
Can I ready an action?
You're standing near the ledge. What do you want to do?
Yeah, I'm gonna ready an attack action. Pretty much just left up my glaive, my
anything that comes within near you.
Yeah, within 10 feet of him.
Okay, this creature's up now. It attacks you.
Same fucker with the spikes?
Yeah, spiking attacks. Okay. Just 3 attacks onto you with advantage because you can't see the target. It's kind of like an invisible target. That's the way I'm perceiving it. Doesn't hit you with the first attack.
Yeah.
What's your AC?
22.
Doesn't hit. Third attack doesn't hit. Exodent's up.
I have the shield up. He's just
just blocking, like flying into the shield. Yeah, I haven't even turned on the battle music yet because I don't know where this thing is going.
So those spikes that killed Orion came from a creature or traps in like the ceiling?
You're almost creature. You're looking. It's like spikes. You could see Orion because you have the dark vision out there. You haven't peered over the ledge. You see hails of spikes begin to try to enter an ox, and you see hails of spikes hit Orion near the ceiling as he falls down into the water.
But did I see the direction the hails of spikes came from?
Delian says he has create and destroy water, but there's like tanks and tanks of water. It won't be enough to actually do anything. Sorry, what was your question, Exodus?
Where did I see where the spikes came from?
Down below. They came up at him.
From like the tank of water or beyond?
From your position, you can't see it.
Okay. Then I'll go into the water.
But let me clarify. They came from, like, you can see kind of far into the room. They kind of came up from the center of the room.
Okay. Then I'll go into the water towards Orion.
Excellent. Remember, you have the potion of growth.
Right.
Taking a potion is an action.
What's the potion of growth? Is that the 25 strength one, or you
no?
Just
Potion
get large?
It makes you large.
Okay. I'm gonna hold on using that for now.
Okay, so you start swimming. You want to try to swim towards Orion. Now you can see Orion floating on the top of the tank, and swimming is just, you jump into the tank. Is that what's going on?
Yeah.
So I'm going to move your model to like here, right? Now, obviously you're swimming, but there is a giant crawdad waiting to attack you, kind of like in the fucking picture. I just get one attack of opportunity, though, right?
And question, is the crawdad within 10 feet of X?
Yes. You can use your shield guardian to help him.
Yep, I will do that.
Yeah, for sure. Well, I have to roll the attack first, guys.
I know, I'm just giving him the extra 5 to his AC.
Just really helping him out. I just get one attack, though, buddy. I roll a dirty 20.
The extra 5 does not hit.
Because of Oxy uses this thing, right, to shield you, right? You see the spike claw comes out of the thing as you begin to try to tread water, and it clips into Oxy's shield as you see it barrel over your head and protects you just in time. You're able to swim down, Exodus.
This is morning calm, and I guess I don't know about mobile check-in. I've already done the mobile check-in.
I'm just going to mute Steve there as we're figuring out what's going on. I love you, Steve. Hopefully you won't get shafted there at the gate.
Get me a souvenir.
We're about to see a real life postal moment if he gets rejected again, guys. This is going to be incredible. Streamed out to the world.
When I get in range of him, I'm going to use my action to cast Cure Wounds on him.
So what I'm trying to say is you're going to swim over. Now you're swimming over the next ledge. You swim over to here. But as you do, another crawdad is like right next to Orion, which I failed a perception roll on. It makes another attack at you. I just have to hit you. I have to roll pretty high. I do not, so you're able to swim to Orion and heal him. Orion, when you drop to 0, you take another stack of exhaustion. Orion comes up. How much HP do you heal Orion for?
Do my action Cure Wounds is 7, and bonus action Potion of Healing.
You want to roll it up?
Yeah.
To give the potion to another player requires an action, not a bonus action.
Just grab onto
the bonus action is only for you, Exodus, if you take it yourself.
Got it.
But defeat
Come on, Exodus,
an action.
Just grab onto his tiny, tiny broken body and
I already used my action to heal.
You see a large spike piercing out through Orion's
wing.
Orion's
and I'll just stay.
My thing.
Yeah, unfortunate.
Oh, god damn, Orion! You cannot. Now you lost your chance with girls. He got you in his thing.
Oh yeah.
Now
I'll just stay within range of Orion, and that would be my turn.
Okay. This guy flies, so this creature activates essentially, flies over to Orion, who's on the surface, and attacks him with full force. Level 9, guys. Let's do this. I'll attack with 2 claws and a tail, or maybe a bite. We'll see. A claw attack number 1 onto Orion. Orion is prone, so I attack with advantage because he hasn't even stood up yet.
You do.
I roll a 17 on the
Actually, Orion is
You're conscious, though.
incapacitated.
No, you're not. You're up because you're no longer unconscious.
Okay.
Because remember, he healed you, so you can use your reactions now. I roll a 17 on the first attack of 3.
Okay.
You want him
17
to
hits.
Do you want him to re-roll it?
Nope.
Okay.
Nope.
I'll use my Sentinel attack to react to attack the creature.
As it comes into range? Yeah, you can do that. You don't have the
Well, not because it goes in the range, but because it attacks Orion.
Oh, really? Cool.
Yeah, that's...
Oh, because it doesn't attack it, but someone but you? That's how the Sentinel works, right? Minus,
yeah.
You have to re-roll that one. What's the total damage?
14 damage.
What a hell of a hit, man. Okay. Orion drops because I do 6 more damage to him again, right? Or no, wait, he was healed
Got
for
1
7.
more health.
Yeah, so you still have 1 HP, Orion. I attack Orion again with another claw. No, I attack with a bite. I roll a 16, so I miss by 1, or do I hit you?
16 hits.
You want him to re-roll it?
Nope.
You take 9 piercing damage. Orion drops to 0 again. He takes another stack of exhaustion. The last tail attack whaps into Orion. I roll and crit him. Orion takes 2 death saves. Orion's turn is up. Orion rolls a death save in public as he's on his last death save.
Oh boy.
But doesn't it do, when you stabilize, does that not reset your death saves?
I hit him with an attack while he was in a dying state.
Okay.
So he takes 2 death saves.
2.
Orion dies. Manticore.
God damn it, Exodus.
Hey man, I gave Orion every chance, man. Sorry. Why didn't you have him re-roll it, Orion? You didn't use your...
I was saving it. I figured if this was this bad, then we were going to need it later. So I was hoping that you were going to miss. You didn't.
The guy flies over to Exodus and begins to attack him. Actually, I'll move him back here. He begins a tail spike Exodus. Attack with the tail spike. I don't attack with advantage because Exodus can see the creature flying. I didn't hit in the first one. Second one doesn't hit. Third one, I roll a 23. Exodus, and I think I hit you, right?
Yeah, that is me.
You take 8 piercing damage. Sword is up. The sword appears to be well guarded, Orion.
Oh, can I see any of them?
Yes, because you have the dark vision. You can also try to hit tab to view models. That might help a little bit.
Yeah.
But it's fucking dark, man. You don't actually, it's crazy. You only get disadvantage perception, but even though with the dark vision, you don't get disadvantage on the attack. So you still attack straight up with a ranged attack of some kind. They're like flying around in the room.
Yeah, I'll use my chromatic orb on the manticore.
Okay.
Manticore.
And I'll use twin spell.
Okay, cool. It's just, it's not an AoE thing though, right?
No, it's just, I'm just sending them straight up.
It's just a single target. Do I have to make dex saves?
Yeah, it's just an attack one.
Okay, cool.
The first one's a
natural one against Exodus, right? Roll against Exodus AC. It's a creature's in direct combat with Exodus.
Oh boy, this isn't going.
Roll an attack roll against Exodus AC. So roll the same roll again, right?
13.
Does not hit Exodus. Your second one with the twin spell against the one that's flying in the air.
Natural 20.
Natural 20 though. Roll another 20 to see if you super crit it. The only one that's taking damage is the one that's fighting Exodus.
No.
It doesn't hit, but roll critical damage.
That is
8d8. What the fuck? How are you doing 8d8?
Second level spell slot.
Jesus Christ. So 28, and then what's that's minus 64, right? Because it's a critical, right? Because it's max damage on all the other dice rolls. That's how it works, right? Am I doing the math wrong?
Oh no,
64 plus 28, right?
I forget you do like a crit is also an automatic.
So it's only
damage. So it's
just
be
48,
half of that,
right?
basically.
No, so you do 48. So let me add the 28 back.
Yeah.
So let's do minus 14, and then you do 48, which is still minus 32, right? You hear this like creature, this like flying creature, scream in immense pain. It's badly hurt. I almost thought you one-shotted it there, Sor. Anto's up.
Yeah.
Or is that the end of your turn, Anto? Is that the end of your turn, Sor?
Oh. Yeah.
That's a very bipolar round there you had, Sor. You rolled a natural 1, then a natural 20. You almost one-shot the creature, and you almost one-shot Accident.
Oh boy.
Oh boy. Anto's up.
All right. So not sure what I can do here because there's a death trap in there.
Complete your purpose.
Looks like Orion's going to play Lothar next session.
Not yet.
Oh,
we got something. We got something for him.
Okay.
We just got to find out which one ate him and dig him out.
So if I'm correct, I cannot see anything in there. Like
you have your torch and shield out, or you have your longsword and torch out, right?
Longsword and shield because my torch went out.
Okay.
So
you can see just mostly around you. You see spikes just impaled into Ox's shield. You see Chad here just chilling like a boss. And then, I mean, I don't know, like, you can't see very far.
Yeah, I can't see the creatures, yeah.
One of the drawbacks for not having dark vision.
Yeah. And that's just calling to get hit if I get closer.
What do you do?
Well, I'm gonna jump into the water.
You try to keep the torch out. You try to start swimming with the torch out. Is that what's going on?
No, I got no torch. I'm gonna just jump in there.
Okay, you just jump in there. You
Cannonball!
Can't see a dick, though, really. I mean, the problem is you're blind now, right?
Blind, but if it is right in my place, I could see it though, right?
You jump right onto another crawfish, but the crawfish already made its attack of opportunity, right? And it didn't. Let me make sure. Yeah, I'm gonna just put this guy over here.
Will I be riding it like a horse now?
Well, I do the alternating initiative. It wasn't able to attack anybody really. I should have attacked, but it attacks Anto with an attack of opportunity. Because you jump right on it.
Oh, right on top of it.
I roll a 22.
Well, it hits.
You take 4 piercing damage, and 4 bludgeoning damage, and you're grappled with the target. As the claw clamps onto you and drags you underwater, you begin suffocating.
All right.
This is what level 9 combat looks like, buddy.
So,
isn't this amazing?
I'm just being grappled, right?
The DM gives you a half-ass description of the room, and you get shot by a bunch of fucking unknown things and fall to your death. Level 9 combat. By the words of our
fearless
leader. Rocks fall and you all die.
Yes, the rocks begin to come down as the room collapses. No, Anto, you're grappled with the creature, but that's basically you're drugged underwater. Since you're not a natural aquatic creature now, you have disadvantage on attack rolls. So what do you do, buddy? And you're blind, so it's a disadvantage stack too.
Yeah, I can't be double disadvantage though. I'm gonna attack it twice. I'm gonna attack twice with disadvantage on the creature.
So it's disadvantage -2.
12.
The creature has an AC of 15, so you miss. You roll a 10.
Again.
You hit with that one. Because you roll 15, so you just hit.
So it's gonna be a damage of 8. I'm gonna use my superiority dice to use what is it called again? The goading attack.
Okay.
So it's gonna be a D8. Come on, D8. Don't fail me now. Be high. Oh, it's a 1. All right. There's gonna be 1 extra damage to it.
Okay.
And it's got disadvantage against anything else other than me.
Okay.
It's gotta do a wisdom saving throw. Sorry.
I'll have to do the wisdom save? Okay, here we go.
Yeah. DC 17.
I fail, so it's true. He's goaded into attacking just you now, but you're grappled with the creature. Your speed is 0.
Right. So...
Is that the end of your turn, Anto?
Was action surge a bonus action?
It is a free action to use.
It is a free action. So I'm gonna use action surge and I attack it again.
Okay.
With disadvantage. Let's go. 28.
Yeah, you're rolling well. You rolled a hit. Roll damage, I mean.
A 5. And... yeah... Wait a second. Can a grappled creature grapple another creature? Like, grab each other?
How it works is, it's grappling you, and you are grappled. That's how the status effects work. So it is grappling. No. You are grappled. Your speed is 0.
But can I grapple the creature that is grabbing me?
You can change the position of the grapple if you wish by rolling. And you already rolled your attack, so you did damage with 11. Do you want to switch the position of the grapple with yourself? Is that what you're saying? You want to take
'Cause the
advantage
thing-
in the grapple?
Because the thing is, I got a maneuver that is grappling strike. Immediately after I hit a creature with a melee attack, I can expend a dice to grab the creature as a bonus action.
Yeah. I will say you've switched it use your superiority die, right? Do I have to make a saving
Yeah.
throw at all or no?
So I add the superiority dice to my strength athletics check.
Okay, so roll your check.
And,
I roll a 16 for strength.
and then it was.
So now now what's happened is what's happened is the changing of grapple. You are now grappled with the creature. You are grappling the creature, and the creature is now grappled by you. So your speed is now half, and the creature's speed is 0.
Alright.
But the problem is you're still drowning.
It's all good. I got a good constitution.
Do you want to move out and drag this thing out of the water?
Yeah, I'm not. Since I already attacked once, I used action surge, so I got another 2 attacks, and that was the first one. I'm going to attack it one more time.
So what I'm going
Before
to
I
help you
start hitting
out.
up.
You've grappled the creature. You've now used the rest of your movement to pull it out of the water. So you don't get this. You pull it into the light, out of the water, so you no longer get disadvantage on the attack either.
Oh, so I don't have to direct attack after I attack for the extra attack?
So now I think you have one last attack you can do. Roll one last attack. It's a straight up attack roll.
All right, then let's do that. I'm
Lose
gonna
track of the attacks once you guys start doing action searches.
Yeah,
Especially when
because
you're
the
fighting.
thing,
Roll an
the
attack
thing
roll,
that I didn't know that I could like move and then attack after I attack.
So you can move now because you're no longer grappled. You are now grappling the creature. You just changed the position of the grappling by 1.
15.
You roll and you actually hit the armor class of the creature, so you hit.
Whoa. Let's go. It's a 1. It's a 7.
-7. You're still doing. The creature has been badly maimed by you as you've chopped off a few of its, like little legs or so forth. Cardinal's up, but unfortunately Cardinal's just like not here. So we're just going to kind of do a little friendly thing, but Chad is up. Boss, this is what I was made for.
Delia did say she was going to cast Daylight.
Oh, okay. I didn't see the message. Did she type it out in Zoom?
No.
Okay, cool.
No, she tapped on Zoom. We had a little conversation there.
Hopefully this won't ruin the map totally for you guys, because I still have hidden zones. But I will change the light on the map because of just this room. And then when we move outside of the room, the daylight will go down and I'll revert it back to darkness. This is probably what it looks like. Does that help you guys out?
Yes.
Yes, madam. Ooh, look, hidden zones.
There's no hidden zones.
You're killing me. Chat is up. As Delian casts daylight, she blesses the area with the light of Ivonia. So now you guys can see what's going on. The creatures don't get advantage on the attacks and things.
Get in there, Chad.
What are you going to do? Chad points out it's like a guy right here. You're going to have to jump in the water, though?
Come on, Chad.
He's fighting Accident in the water. Accident and Orion are down there.
Don't let the virgin crabs beat you.
Is Orion swallowed, or can I grab him? I'm just curious.
He has not been attacked by the other guy. Remember, it attacked you, I think. He's not swallowed or anything. Because remember, he rolled a stealth roll versus my thing? Orion is still there. He just noped out, though. His webcam turned off. He's like, I'm out of here like Azul. You guys killed my dream character. Chad is up. Chad rolls an attack roll with a natural 1. So I'm going to do my new rule. Oh, wait. What? No. Chad roll an attack roll.
The thing is, I remember I had a sword and a torch out.
Yeah, so he just attacks with a sword.
I'm going to have a shield and a torch out, not a sword and a shield.
Okay, sure.
So he has a shield and he has his torch. So.
Oh, he's attacking with his torch? Cool.
Basically, yeah.
Just an improvised weapon. Roll a d4 with it, right?
Alright.
D4 with the attack roll.
What do I roll to hit? Just
It should be like a weapon there. So you just roll straight up melee attack, or roll a d20 and then add your strength mod plus your proficiency bonus.
Okay, yeah, so +5.
It's so here's the thing. It's actually technically it's
24.
It's an improvised weapon. You still hit, so roll a d4 then plus the strength. This thing is badly hurt.
4 plus strength, so that's 4 plus 3 is 7. So that's 7 torch damage. And
yeah.
He's gonna smite with it.
Awesome! Smiting. Smite. It's badly hurt. It's on death's door.
Is that 2d8, I believe? Smite at first level?
Exodus always sending players out, and they always come back dead.
What
This has to be an adventure. This has to be something tied up with the party name about Exodus sending players out to get blasted.
I don't remember doing this before.
That's 5 radiant damage.
You roll pretty piss poor. It's badly hurt. It's on death's door. It's got 6 HP left.
And that'll end Chad Chuddington's turn.
He's just a level 4 guy. He doesn't have 2 attacks at moments.
He's level 3.
The other guy comes up and attacks you, Exodus, as the light goes off in the room. This other guy attacks you 2 times. And misses you twice. Iron Knight, I think, we're back at the top of the round, right? And that's where we will end the session tonight.
Come on. Let me at least do this, DM.
No, we'll start off for the next session, man. You'll be here.
I wanted to
do 2 rounds.
I wanted to see if
That
with
was
his
one round.
weight and combined with a cannonball, I can remove the water from the pool.
You want a cannonball?
Just like
There's
every
like
single-
hundreds of thousands of gallons in here or whatever. Thousands
It
and
doesn't
millions of
matter.
gallons.
The whole meme of a fat guy jumping into a pool and the pool just somehow becomes empty. And I'm the heaviest one here.
Exodus, you did it
Next
again.
to Exodus.
Wait, I've never done this before.
You did it again, Exodus.
What the fuck?
You got another player killed.
It was-
Sending them out
I
there
didn't.
some
Okay,
dumb-
Azul-
dumbass-
I did not get Azul killed.
Yes, you
One.
did. You did not tell him to get the fuck down like a proper parent to a child. No, you just like, whatever. I had like other kids here.
I
wait
was
for me.
unaware I was allowed to do that.
Yeah, you're the team leader. He went after for your honor. You said, "Fuck my honor." I'm just let the kid die.
I said I was retreating. I can't go anymore.
No.
than that.
You didn't say you were retreating.
Yes,
you
I
gave
did.
that suggestion.
I did
You
say
let the
I wanted to
child
leave.
die.
I did say I
And
wanted to
then
leave.
look,
I remember
look what you
doing
have.
that.
Look what you did. You told Orion to go out and play, and look what happened. Mosquitoes killed. He got killed by a killer goldfish.
I mean, I'll take responsibility for this one, but the Azul one, no. I
I
definitely
wasn't
made it clear
here,
wanted
but
to
I
get the fuck
heard
out.
all kinds of stories. Though you were the one causing the murder hobos. The death of many of your players was on your hands. You dated a homicidal vampire chick. You tried to run away and hide behind
Mhm.
someone's skirt. And look at Sor. Look at him. He's a hobo now because of you.
What did I do to hold a sword?
I don't know, but look at his face. You just see all the life.
No, I
of
found him.
spawn.
They found me, and I participated in what I thought was a bank robbery.
And look, oh, there we go. Look at that. You're like anti after kids, and you make them do horrible things and just end up dying.
Hey, if they die, that's their choice.
That's your choice.
If
That's
they
your
die,
responsibility.
they die.
You're supposed to be the blueberry dad here, but nope.
That's why I've been saying shouldn't be following me.
Horrible parenting. You need to learn from OX. Discipline
I'll
the
put you
child
in
with
bad
the rod.
situations, but I'll do everything, including die, to get you out.
I'm about to save his ass because I can see now. I have the reach. I'm a blender, and all of these are tomatoes.
Level 9 combat is incredible.
Not even close to it.
We're the smallest little
Where's
fuck
the
up to
damn
destroy
Kraken?
you.
I want my calamari, damn it.
Does Delian have a diamond?
Yeah,
think
OX's
so.
left eye.
Oh, okay.
We're just making shit up. I love it. Just pulling shit out of our ass.
Well, I did tell you this when I first introduced OX. His eyes are pretty much priceless jewels being
I think
reflected
Orion
in it.
was just like baffled by what the fuck was going on. He's like, what's going on with this room? This doesn't make no sense.
No, that was you. He was more baffled of what the fuck he got hit by.
Well, I have the water up here, but the actual water isn't even like that because.
So wait,
like,
why did they all get advantage? The first two get advantage?
it was dark. We didn't see him.
Yeah, he couldn't see him.
Okay.
The interior of this is not water, so I was thinking to
Sneak
myself
attack,
how these guys can. That's how they attacked.
That's
poor
jelly.
guy.
That's
That
just
poor little
jelly.
guy.
Yeah. So far, I just had to rip off an eye, and there we go. He's got his priceless gem.
And then you got disadvantage on perception.
He had some perception already.
Well, then doesn't matter.
Brutal. This is a brutal thing. I mean, you guys are doing everything right, and then
No, we weren't doing
Sending out
everything
the
right.
mage.
So far, we should.
I blame this room being as convoluted as it is.
No, we should demote Exodus from party
Yes,
leader
let's not blame
Steward.
Accident at all.
We
all
all
blame
blame
shifts to the DM and it's
No,
fantastic.
we either
roles.
blame Exodus or Anton.
Well, I'll fall on the sword for suggesting Orion to fly a small fairy to just fly out into the middle of a room, but I don't really know how to deal with this room.
You know what we could have done?
It's challenging. That's what it is.
Tie a rope on
Some
Orion.
crazy wizard created this place.
We couldn't.
Oh,
we couldn't.
fuck.
This if
That's
we tie a rope anywhere in this place, those things will start shooting at us.
Some crazy wizard created this fucking place, and you guys walked right
Maybe,
into
yeah,
like
yeah.
a bunch of suckers.
That's why I
Then you
suggested
could
if
just
we
own the place.
if we increase our size and hold everyone against us, even if it attack us, like
I think
Exodus and
Anto's
myself,
idea
we
is
have good
what
armor.
we
We
should
have a
have
lot of
done.
AC.
Anto's coming up with some smart ass ideas, man. He figured out to tie in the thing so he gets
Just
advantage
speak
on
up,
the rolls.
Anto.
Anto's like the quietest one though. He's like, Anto's smart. He's like, Anto didn't even get near the ledge, so I couldn't even shoot him. He's like, I can't see anything in there. I'm not walking in there.
Hey, it's a death trap.
don't.
Meanwhile, Delian's just sitting in the back, in the airport, like, oh, I could have cast with daylight to light this whole fucking room up, but I'm just gonna let you guys struggle and have you guys don't want to use any fucking spell slots at all. I love it. Let's just say, let's just save my spell slots for an emergency. Oh,
we
wait
all
a
know
minute.
we blame the party leader and then we blame the cleric. That's pretty much D&D rules 101.
By the way, this crayfish looks awfully like a centipede.
I know. I'm gonna have to change the models up. You're busting my balls.
Don't worry. It's just a mutated crayfish or a crayfish.
I don't think they
from
have
the
a
south.
crab or anything like that. Let me take a look.
This
I
one's
put
fine.
these models in here.
Skyrim mud crab.
Yeah, they don't even have a crab, dude.
This is fine. It's a mutated crayfish, and that's it.
What are you talking
You're a
about? There
ball
is those
buster.
tiny crabs. Just make those things bigger.
No, there isn't. There's only the scorpions. They have pretty limited models when it comes to some of this stuff, guys. That's what the problem is. That's where they get you. They rope you in,
ZBrush.
and I gotta
make your own.
Then I have to spend all this money making custom models. Not a big deal.
DM, you know this. There is a small crab. Remember in the pinnacle, you made someone a crab instead of a Luxodon?
Did I really?
Yeah.
I'm looking through my beasts right now.
Just go into the search and just hit crab.
I did, and nothing came up. SOL. I don't see any crabs in here.
What about Krusty Krab?
I see sharks. Maybe I should have instead of crabs be like sharks.
Try insects.
Might have been a smartass and just laid them as crustaceans.
Yeah, try insects, DM.
Under insects? I don't think there's even a category there. There is not. You guys don't understand how limited the model selection is from the base Tailspire stuff is. They're like terrible at that.
Yeah.
They've had 10 months to develop more models than you can count, and they don't make any models because then they said, well, we'll just partner with Hero Forge. Remember, we were all sweating bullets because everybody's using just generic gank models way back before they even had Tailspire, right, Exodus?
Yeah.
I mean, Hero Forge.
Well, I mean, making models is expensive if you're doing your own custom ones.
I'm doing what I can with Hero Forge. That's the shit.
Cost me $3 whole a model.
Oh no, yeah, Hero Forge is great, but making like monsters that you can't make with Hero Forge, it's expensive.
Give me a week. I'll make sure to make some sea creatures.
I like to see it.
Did you guys have fun?
Yeah.
You guys
I'm gonna be
dungeon
honest.
crawl?
I really don't like dungeons, personally, but if other people like it, then I'm fine with it.
DM, just private message me like the creatures you want, like specific. I know you want a crab and maybe a killer goldfish for Orion.
Cool.
I can't make shit like a kraken, but
Well, Dexton, you got to go into dungeons to get powerful artifacts, don't you? They're not just sitting around town all day. Make a persuasion roll, and I'll hand you this mighty sword.
Well, Exodus is lazy.
No problem.
When it
Here you
comes to
go.
adventuring.
Yeah, I mean, why can't it be like a forest dungeon or something? Why we always gotta be underground?
You want to go on a forest dungeon?
Who's building these underground labyrinths? Who's got the resources and time to waste on this?
Accident. You know who built these damn dungeons.
I tried to go through my long-winded backstory behind this whole adventure, and Delian kept interrupting me, so I couldn't tell you. Do you really want to have the DM listen to a 2-minute monologue about the history of X, Y, and Z? I don't think so.
I don't know why you asked, Accident. You know who built these shit. And you dated her.
This is a really cool dungeon, though, guys. Pretty cool.
It's pretty cool, yeah.
Pretty cool until somebody dies.
Money mode to save the world.
Delian just took off on his plane. He said, "Fuck this shit, I'm out."